here to fight for you. So if you get hit, hit back with Hastings Injury Law, offices Jacksonville. Find us on the web at 904hitback.com or call our 24-hour helpline, 904-HITBACK.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Good morning.
Coogan Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Prosser.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth.
Rise and shine. Coogan's go time on a Friday morning. It's a football Friday as the Jaguars open the preseason tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Got some fan details for you. We'll sprinkle in as we go through this morning. Full game day coverage of the Jaguars and their preseason opener begins here tomorrow. I don't know, some 6 a.m. probably. I mean, we go from, sun up to sundown, feels like. What time does our game day coverage start typically? Is it like 4 hours before kickoff, 5 hours?
Yeah, 5 hours before.
5 hours.
So we'll have the kickoff show at 2.
Well, there you go. 7 o'clock kickoff show at 2. The Chiefs come to town. And I don't get a lot right in this game we play. Dan and I have been doing this for a long time now. And I remember the offseason of, now I'm going to get the year wrong. Is it 20? When did Andy Reid go to the Chiefs? What offseason was that? That between like 11 and 12 maybe? But the Eagles, after a long run with Andy Reid, decided to let him go. After the 2012 season, he had a long, nice run in Philly, lots of NFC Championship games, a Super Bowl field goal loss here in Jacksonville to the Patriots. But Andy Reid was a proven commodity. The Jaguars were coming off a Mike Mularkey disaster, I think, or maybe it was the year before Mularkey came. Either way, they had a head coaching opening. And I remember the day the Eagles let Andy Reid go. I said, man, go get Andy Reid now. Hire Andy Reid. The Jaguars ultimately, I don't want to mess up the timing here. When did Gus Bradley get here and Caldwell won that 13 same year? I don't want to think it's the one. Is it the one off and we're coming in? Is Mularkey coming off of, or is Mularkey year one with? I'm pretty sure Gus and Andy Reid were the same. Gus Bradley, he start the same year? 2013. So it's that offseason, okay? And the Jaguars are perched to make a franchise shift. They can go in a variety of directions. And the day that Andy Reid got fired or let go or they parted ways, I said the next morning on this very show, that's how long we've been doing, on this very show, go get Andy Reid. Get that guy.
History would have looked a lot different here.
Every year this dude is banging on the door. I understand why Philly wants to go in another direction. Go get Andy Reid. What did we do? Dave Caldwell, Gus Bradley. How'd that work? How've the Chiefs been? Man, such a simple decision. Such a simple. A lot has changed since then. As we sit here with Doug Peterson going against his mentor, the playing field's a lot more level. But, man, by the way, I think Andy Reid took over a Chiefs team that had the number 1 pick. We picked 2. They were worse than us. I know it's easy to look at the Chiefs now in a Super Bowl every other year and say, my gosh, they're a dynasty of all dynasties. Give me the Chiefs record in 2012, if you would, please, before they went and got Andy Reid. Boy, that didn't take long. 12 years later, 3 Super Bowl championships. Another appearance. I'm okay with where the Jaguars are. Each franchise has, different, varying, meandering paths to what they hope is ultimate success. Chiefs moved quick. They moved as quick as I could say it the next morning. There never was any sort of momentum or thought of Andy Reid to Jacksonville. The Chiefs scooped him up within a few days, and ultimately the Jaguars went with a new approach of, trying to find that up-and-comer, and in both regards, really, at GM and at a cleaned house with Gene Smith and Mike Mularkey. Had the number 2 pick in the draft. Chiefs had the 1 pick, right? 2012?
Yeah, so 2012 they finished 2-14.
2-14. He took and what did the Jags finish? Same 2-14, right? Malarkey went 2-14. Pretty sure. Don't even have to look it up. I can tell you they did. But the Chiefs had the first pick. They took the tackle Eric Fisher.
Yes.
We took Luke Jokel.
Yes.
Winner Chiefs. They didn't get sucked into Jokel and the SEC and Texas. Well, it may not have been SEC. The Texas A&M and the whole. But nonetheless, you want to make it just. Pull up the Jaguar seasons for me if you would. Jaguars season, wiki, year by year. This isn't, look, I don't mean this to be a piling on. It's just that you have these seminal moments in your franchise history, and you better be able to recognize them when you have them, and you better make the right choices when you do.
Yeah, this is looking kind of tough, Jeff.
All right, so here we go. There's a job opening in Kansas City and Jacksonville, the two worst teams in the league, according to the draft that's about to come up. One, the Kansas City Chiefs, elected to go with Andy Reid. That was 2012. How'd the Jags do in 2013?
Went 4-12.
The Chiefs were 11-5 and went to the playoffs. How did we do in 14?
3-13.
The Chiefs were 9-7, no playoff appearance. How do we do in 15?
5-11.
The Chiefs were 11-5, won a playoff game, lost at the Patriots. How do we do in 16?
3-13.
The Chiefs were 12-4. They did lose the divisional playoff to the Steelers. How do we do in 17?
Hey, 10-6.
We were also 10-6. The Chiefs, that is. The Chiefs were also 10-6, and they lost a playoff game to a wild card to the Titans. Remember that game where Mariota threw a touchdown ultimately to himself? Got batted back to him? All right. What do you got in 2018?
5-11.
I got 12-4 AFC Championship game. What do you got 2019?
6-10.
I got 12-4 Super Bowl trophy. What do you got in 2020?
Got 1-15.
I got 14-2 with a Super Bowl loss. What do you got 2021?
3-14.
I got 12-5 with an AFC Championship game loss. What do you got 2022?
9-8.
Yeah, I'm 14-3, won the Super Bowl. Don't worry. What do you got 2023?
9-8.
I got 11-6 in another Super Bowl. Yeah, winner Chiefs. So just a word to the wise. If trying to think of a similar coach right now to Andy Reid. It's hard to find a guy who's been around for, as many years as he was in Philly and had measured success. Well, let's just do this. Let's say, a word to the wise. If a job opens tomorrow and Mike Tomlin is available, or the defensive coordinator for the 49ers, take Tomlin. That's what the Jags said. Nah. Never even got into it. Never even went down that path. It was never even a flicker of a rumor. And like I said, I pounded the table for Andy Reid the day after the Eagles let him go. And I feel like the Chiefs scooped him up like within a week.
You feel they felt the price would be too high?
When did they sign? Do we have when Andy Reid signed with the Chiefs?
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, when was he hired by the Chiefs? I say all this because here we are, the Chiefs coming to town this weekend, and since those now, don't forget, by the way, that the Jags have since gone from Caldwell to Marone to Meyer to Bevel on an interim. This is our fifth coach, by the way, since that offseason where they went with Andy Reid and we went with the Dave and Gus show. Yeah. He was hired on January 4th. You guys know when the season ends. That dude had to been on the street about 24 hours then. Yeah. We did our due diligence. Found our guy. Anyway, just an interesting. You want to know why they are where they are? And sure, Mahomes. By the way, Andy Reid had a lot to do with it. It's this. Coaching does matter. It's not all Jimmys and Joes. It certainly is. The X's and O's, the way you run a program. Obviously, Andy Reid is one of the best coaches in the history of the NFL. And he's kind of just a caricature, isn't he? A bit of a walrus-like cartoon character. Not boisterous, kind of quiet.
Gonna eat some burgers.
And and let Patrick Mahomes cook. And boy, I know one thing. I'm glad the Chiefs didn't watch the Jags scoop up Andy Reid while they went with the Gus and Dave show. Probably wouldn't be sitting in the same spot. By the way, the Chiefs will come to town to open the preseason with, count them now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 straight AFC West titles. The Jaguars have not won 8 division titles in their franchise history. We have 2 in that time frame, right? 17 and 22. We're going to see. We're going to see Trevor. We're going to see Patrick Mahomes. We're going to see some startage at the beginning of this game, perhaps for as much of all of the fourth quarter. We're going to let you hear from Trevor Lawrence as we move through this Friday morning. We have the quarterback whisperer. We'll talk with Denny Thompson coming up in the 8 o'clock hour. I got a couple feelers out. I don't want to put them out there if they're not going to come in. I'm waiting to hear back from a couple of guests you guys would enjoy this morning, so we'll hold tight on that. Keep it close to the vest, as they say. Those Jaguars tickets that we've been giving away, we have those again today?
We do not.
Oh, no. Well,
I had some yesterday.
Yeah, I know. I was going to play whether or not for Jags tickets, and lo and behold, now two just great bonuses for the audience will have to go missing.
Well, I did want to ask you this, or just compliment you on what you said yesterday, because I feel that you've won me over in this regard. If the offensive line, if a few of your guys are out that are supposed to be starters, maybe sit Trevor on this one?
I'm a play in the preseason guy. That's my mentality. But, man, just right out the gate again. It's an O-line that's sketch, but I know what the coaches think, and it's fair. You play football for a living. Go play football. You get hurt in football. You get injured in football. You have a chance to get injured every time you take the field. Preseason, regular season, first play, Aaron Rodgers, last play of the year in some cases. And if you open the season, what happens if Harrison and Cleveland aren't available then? Would you rather have had a game or two with the of timing and whatnot with them? So I will say this. I don't know if it's enough to make me think with 2, offensive line starters unlikely to go tomorrow. I don't know if it's enough to make me say, don't play Trevor. But I am like such 100% play the guys guy that it's at least making me think. At least makes me nervous. All right, let's I may find a way to play whether or not anyway, because I love it. What do we have? What kind of prize bonanza do we have? All we have is the ETN, the 10-minute drill gift today?
Yes.
I'll come up with something. Yeah, I want to play. I came in today with a seal of approval from the National Weather Service, tucked in this storm season. I'll find something to give you if you can master weather or not. That's coming up a little bit later this morning as well. We'll have a fun Friday. Gibby is out. Hick has something that's going to cause him to miss today's show as well, which means we bring it. We bring it with a little extra verve for you. Talk to Captain Kev on the other side. We haven't gotten into the Olympics in a sick kind of way. I like when Team USA falls behind by double digits. It makes it a more interesting watch for me. Getting into the questions of how do you, with that team, ever fall behind anyone by double digits is that's another thing. But Steph, or as LeBron has taken to call him, has he always been calling him this? Chef? He calls him Chef Curry.
That was my first time ever hearing him.
Yeah, me too, right? He did it yesterday, and he kept doubling out. I guess they've come up with that nickname for him over there at the Olympics, maybe.
Oh, no, that's been his nickname for a long time.
Chef has?
Chef Curry, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Maybe
yeah.
just because of Steph, I never have conjugated that way. Oh, so that's not a new nickname. It's just LeBron using it for the first time.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Chef cooked. He cooked yesterday with 9 3-pointers. That's what it was. Tied the record in that game. Yeah. Melo had 9 in a game at one point. All right, let's get the fishing report when we come back on the other side. I got Trevor Lawrence and Doug Peterson sound to share with you today. We got a football fix. Had a couple of games last night. Give you the high. If Degenerate Dan was here a little bit later today, who just loves to dip into the preseason pool and throw his hard-earned cash around that way, right now the trend is on the under. Nobody's scoring. The Hall of Fame game last week, low-scoring game. Games yesterday were like 17-3 and 14-3. It's been a low-scoring preseason to this point. We'll see what happens at the stadium tomorrow night. 641-1010, that's phone number. Also the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures. You can go old school, reach out and get us on the Email at thedrill@1010xl.com. It's a GFL Friday. That's Green for Life. Look for our bright green trucks rolling all over the First Coast.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Hot summer heat.
I know summertime's here, babe. Need something to keep you cool.
Keep it cool all summer long with 1010XL, Jacksonville's cool summer station. Now, a 1010XL Summer Olympic Update. Brought to you by USAPark.net Airport Parking.
Westwood One Sports presents this special update on the 2024 Summer Games, sponsored by Grainger. With supplies and solutions for every industry, Grainger has the right product for you. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. It's day 14 in Paris, and the U.S. women's basketball team will be looking to advance to its 8th straight gold medal game when it tips off against Australia in the semifinals today. Team USA has dominated so far, winning each of its games by at least double digits. Third round in women's golf will get underway next hour. World number 1 Nelly Korda and fellow American Rose Zhang begin the day at 2 under, 6 shots off the pace. World number 2 Lilia Vu starts 9 shots back. And in the pool, the U.S. men's water polo team will take on 2-time defending gold medalist Serbia in the semis, as the Serbians look to become just the third men's team to win 3 straight gold medals in the event. With this Summer Games update, I'm Erica Herskowitz, Westwood One Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Wellness means something different to each of us. And at Westin Hotels and Resorts, we believe every step is an opportunity to enhance your well-being. Whether it's guided group runs and workout gear on demand, or nourishing food options and restorative rest in our heavenly bed. When you travel, you can find wellness at Westin, one of 30 hotel brands in the Marriott Bonvoy portfolio. Find wellness at Westin.
Did you know you can charge the all-new Honda Electric Prologue in the same receptacle as your phone? You don't need these special charging stations at your home. Simply plug in your Honda or your phone. See your local Honda dealer now. We're electrified.
Hey gang, Hicken here for Zero Res. Man, it is hot outside this time of the year. Many of us are staying inside or going to the pool. Well, my friends at Zero Res are also heating things up. As you know, Zero Res does a great job of cleaning carpets and rugs. But they also clean luxury vinyl planking, tile and grout, fine stone and hardwood floors. And right now, the hottest price of the year, 25% off all hardwood cleaning. That's 25% off tile, LVP, fine stone, and hardwood floors. Zero Res, man, spell it forward. Zero Res, spell it backward. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Divorce, menonly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to divorcemenonly.com. Divorcemenonly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
I wasn't a first-round pick.
Tom McManus.
I wasn't even drafted, but I know what it's like to play in the AFC title game, and I share what I learned with you.
Fridays on Jaguars Today. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
At the First Coast YMCA, you'll find much more than just a gym. We offer many ways to help you be active, reach weight loss goals, and find your inner strength while you connect with your community. Family memberships at the Y include unlimited group exercise classes, childcare while you work out, and youth sports participation. It's easy to join the Y and affordable for all. Plus, the Y is a great place to meet a new circle of friends. Visit the Y near you or online at fcymca.org.
For any urological concerns, let Ackerman Urology be your trusted partner in men's health. With offices from Amelia Island to World Golf Village, they treat bladder conditions, elevated PSAs, and ED. Visit AckermanUrology.com.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's challenger, an asphalt marketer from Jacksonville, Florida. Meet Sheldon Fish. Today's category, air conditioner repair experts in Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, I bet it's going to be Bueller.
Your question. Unlike Jacksonville, the Sahara Desert has a complete lack of air conditioner repair experts. What kind of camels do they ride?
That's not really a question about air conditioner repair.
5 seconds.
But that's a camel question.
Pick a camel, Sheldon.
The Arabian dromedary. That's right, Sheldon. Like the majestic Arabian dromedary, the skilled technicians at Bueller Air and Plumbing can repair any make and model of air conditioner the same day you call, making sure you are cool. They don't spit, do they?
No, but Steve, the new guy, has a bit of a hump.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
I want to make our backyard into a paradise, but where do I start?
A few people I know chose CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. They do it all: fire pits, pergolas, and custom outdoor kitchens.
That sounds convenient, but I don't want a half dozen subcontractors milling around.
CSS is a licensed contractor, so they do 100% of the work themselves, from start to finish.
That's perfect. Let's get an estimate.
Well, I already toured their showroom last week.
Ha! Well, what are we waiting for? Let's do it.
CSSOutdoor.com.
David Garrard here. Playing in the NFL can put a lot of wear and tear on your body, especially your knees. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has kept me mobile and ready to tackle every day.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
What city has hosted the most Super Bowls? The answer coming up.
Southern Oak Insurance knows that you want to save money on your homeowner's insurance. So why not try some old-fashioned common sense? Ask your Southern Oak agent about our roof replacement schedule. It will save you money.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Miami has hosted the Super Bowl 11 times. New Orleans has had 10.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours. Of course, Roland Reach Plumbing has awards from Folio Weekly and the Bold City's Best. Now, Roland Reach is also confirmed as the Google Guaranteed Plumbing Service. Because when you do plumbing right, the word gets around. That's Roland Reach Plumbing.
Now that's what I call high quality H2O.
If you want high quality water throughout your home, call your local water boy. We install equipment to solve any water problem. WaterBoyJAX.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, Captain Kevin Favors Fishing Report. Brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. You dream it, we build it. On 1010XL.
All right, you know what you call a day that you can drop a line in the water? We call that a good day, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring in Captain Kevin Favor this morning, bright and early. Good morning, Cap. How we doing?
Morning, buddy. How are you this morning?
I'm good. I got a question for both you and RJ. I'm trying to get to the bottom of something here. I've held on to this information like a good detective, but as I checked in this morning and made my stop in the bathroom, there next to the sink, there's a big bottle of Perrier water. RJ, is that your Perrier? Did you leave that in there?
I don't drink Perrier.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. And so then I start working backwards because my immediate, if I had to peg Perrier on anybody here at the station, I'd put it on one of the heels. I'm sorry, I would. But the Perrier there, the last demo that I would expect the Perrier to come from would have been the Fishing Forecast show. That's what I'm getting at. Is the Fishing Forecast show responsible for the Perrier in the bathroom?
Well, we're not there.
Oh, you're not here? Oh, I thought you were. Well, never mind then. Wasn't you?
No.
You're good?
No. No. I mean,
Since when? You mean you're not there like now or ever?
No.
Oh, you do it on the. Okay. I didn't know that.
Yep.
That's not always been the case. You used to come in. That's where we do the bait exchange, all that good stuff.
So not since COVID.
Oh, that's when it stopped? I keep up with things. It takes me. It's about my pace. 4 years. I'll catch on.
Yeah. No, we bought our own equipment and stuff, and we do the forecast show.
I have a question for you, and this is newsworthy, and then we'll get to the forecast. I'll let you do your.
And by the way, that's Frangie's water.
Yeah, that could also very bougie. It's a very bougie move. You don't. So Frangie bougie. Yeah, anybody who showers 4 or 5 times a day could be responsible for the Perrier. That's for sure. Good call.
Okay.
One of the heels are Frange. That's where we're basic. I bet Hayes Carline and that Bowles education. He wouldn't be afraid to take a sip of Perrier.
That's right. I'm with that. Absolutely.
Hey, I got a question for you. What's the strangest catch you've ever had? Like either a fish that's not supposed to be in the body of water.
Okay, the strangest one I ever had is I caught a cod.
Here off of Jacksonville?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Did you know it was a cod? Did you know what a cod looked like?
I did.
Okay.
I did. I mean, I was bottom fishing, and it was in early spring when the water was still cold.
Mm-hmm.
And I was about 10 miles offshore, and I caught a cod.
Have you heard of other? How big does the cod get? Pretty big, don't they?
Yeah, they get pretty big. This one was like 3 pounds.
3 pounds?
Did
you eat it?
Yeah, I mean it was slimy, and they got like little whiskers on them and stuff.
I'd never seen a cod.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, I hadn't either. I mean, I saw pictures of it and stuff, and obviously, I took a picture of it. I don't have it anymore.
Is it ugly?
But yeah,
the cod's an ugly fish.
Really ugly.
Yeah, when I lived up north, that was an insult among the kids. You call someone a codfish. So now I get it. Yeah.
Down here you call them a catfish.
Right. Well, you talk about being behind. See, now I'm 40 years behind the codfish insult. So you caught a cod. Okay, I have a similar story. Not for me, but a similar story made national news this week. I always think it's cool. You wonder, do you wonder how did that? Is that like a lone wolf? I mean, is he down in Florida on rehab like the rest of the Northeast? What is the codfish doing there?
In talking to other fishermen, I got a response of like 2 other guys that have ever caught one, or I've heard of one being caught in Northeast Florida.
Yeah,
so,
crazy.
Yeah.
All right, we had a similar situation up on Lake Erie, where there's a fishing tournament going on last weekend, and an 18-year-old caught a 10-pound Atlantic salmon, which is apparently incredibly rare. In fact, I don't know the layout of the Great Lakes, but I do know that Lake Erie is not Lake Huron. And as far as officials up there know, the only salmon that are released into the Lake Huron. And so that just tells you how far these fish travel distance-wise. If you ever look at like that O-Search, like shark tracking, that's crazy what those jokers will do, man.
It's absolutely crazy. Yeah, you see these great whites, and you're like, oh, he was in Jacksonville yesterday. Whoa, he's in Bermuda?
Yeah, right. What's he doing in Cape Cod?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's really strange. And I have to assume that so much of that it has to do with their history of where they find something to eat, because a lot of times those great whites are here during the winter and the spring, and they feed on from what they told us, big black drum, the big redfish and stuff like that, which are prevalent here. In the late winter and early spring, which is when we see most of our great whites.
Gotcha.
So, that something that big has got to have a lot to eat.
For sure.
So,
just be glad it's not you. As long as it's not us, we're good. Right.
Exactly. So, interesting week. Obviously, we were all hunkered down listening to you from Monday and Tuesday, because that's all we had to do.
That's our slogan. When there's nothing else to do, the drill.
It's not very often that I can bed for 4 hours and listen to.
I hear you. It must feel like a vacation.
Okay. Right. So anyway, I rode down to the ocean on Tuesday because I was tired of sitting in the house, and the wind was still howling and was still raining, But I rode down there and I was like, man, the beach, even though it's blowing 25 to 40, is blowing right out of the west, which makes the beach calm. And so, I immediately called my Thursday trip, and I said, you know what? I think we're going to be able to make this. And then they changed the forecast drastically. I mean, they were calling for tropical storm conditions all the way through Saturday. And it just, come yesterday, they're like, no, it's going to quit blowing. Well, anyway, long story short, whenever you have a tropical storm here in August, it changes everything drastically, and that's for the good. It gets the bait moving. You're very familiar with the mullet run. Well, a mullet run, it doesn't know if it's August 10th or September 10th. All it knows is that the weather's changing. And I turned to go out the inlet yesterday, Jeff, and there were miles and miles of mullet coming down the beach, and the tarpon and the sharks and the jacks. I mean, it was like, oh my God, you got to be kidding me. It was a spectacle, and it'll only last probably a couple, 3 days. When everything settles back down, the mullet will go back in the inlets, and you kind of wait on early fall to start running again. I do expect it. I think that you'll see it this weekend. I mean, if people want to fish, if they want to run the beach, and by the way, the inlets, I mean, those mullet are pouring out of there on the outgoing tide. For some reason, though, I will tell you this, take your tarpon rods, whatever you want to do. It's tough to get them jokers to bite. There's so much bait. Mm-hmm. And they see your one lone mullet or pogie out there. By the way, there was pogies all over the beach yesterday, too. So it was, direct contrast of what we've gone through for the last 6 weeks with no bait,
Yeah.
So
yeah, that was for sure. That was a drumbeat.
It was terrible. But anyway,
I'm just tying together what you've said there and why everything that we do is so frustrating. Fishing, golf, doesn't matter what it is.
Yep.
But you've just tied together these two facts that have happened in the last 2 months. You went forever not being able to find bait, to the point that, there's bait, but you just told me there's so much bait, it's hard to get the fish to bite because they got so much bait.
Welcome to the life of a charter captain.
There you go.
So, but then I got a little frustrated, and I had my kingfish rods on the boat, and I thought, I just threw them on there just for giggles, because I didn't think the water would be clean enough. And lo and behold, buddy, I idled out to 40 feet of water, and it was beautiful. And ended up catching some kingfish on the beach yesterday. I only fished for about an hour. And then I had one real nice fish, high 20s, low 30s. So it's going to be a great weekend of fishing. I know I get it. August comes and a lot of people had their fill of fishing all summer, and school's getting ready to start and everything. But this could be like an epic weekend of fishing. I truly believe that.
All right. Well, that's good news. Outdoor show tomorrow?
Yeah. Outdoor show tomorrow. We'll all be there tomorrow, so it's going to be fun.
Okay. And no Perrier?
No, I'm not bringing my Perrier.
Good.
Absolutely not.
I've never understood the attraction to that sparkling water. I hate it. It's just me.
I don't know if I've ever had one.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, the couple of times I've tasted, why would you take delicious water and make it all bubbly and hard to drink? I don't get it. But hey, maybe I'll try it with some vodka. Maybe that works better.
Okay. I'm down with that.
All right, my brother. Have a great weekend. Good to talk to you.
All right, buddy. Have a good weekend. See you.
There he goes. That's Captain Kevin Favor. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to play Whether or Not. Load up the phone, 641-1010. I'm going to come up with a prize pack. So, okay, whoever wins Whether or Not today, I mean, you're pretty much doing it for pride. I'm going to throw you a prize pack. I don't want to read a text for the next 4 days. Where's my prize? Where's my prize? Where's my prize? I want to throw it together. Now, lucky for you, I got a lot of connections. Who knows what it'll be? I'll raid the prize closet. I'm not afraid to do that. In fact, I want it to feel like a raid. I'm not even going to get the key. I'm just going to break into the prize closet. Or something. I'll put together a prize pack for you. We'll play Whether or Not on the other side. So call 641-1010 right now. Still much more ahead here on this Friday morning, counting down to the preseason kickoff. We've got Doug Peterson and Trevor Lawrence and a bunch of them coming your way as we move through this morning. Got a football fix with a lot of interesting news and notes, including a couple of preseason games last night. The Olympics continue in full force and much more. So glad you're up and at 'em with us to get your Friday off to a start at 641-1010. It's a GFL Friday on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Oh, no. No.
You okay in there?
Toilet's backed up. It won't flush.
Okay, I'll call the pros.
The tank isn't filling. The handle does nothing. Run for your life.
Don't be so dramatic. Duck Duck Rooter will fix it.
For any plumbing issue, call Duck Duck Rooter, your local plumbing professionals, and proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. DuckDuckRooter.com.
When you're stuck, call the duck. 904-862-6769.
Mia here. Get it all when you shop Arlington Toyota Prium. Just listen to this. Over 275 SUVs, over 200 cars, over 100 pickups, over 50 luxury vehicles. That's over 600 vehicles, and they're all in one location. Arlington Pre-Owned even has 125 vehicles under $18,000. Plus, you get Arlington's 60-day exchange program and financing help from their Credit for Everyone program. Shop online anytime at arlingtontoyota.com.
Lauren Brooks here from Mayport CNC Fisheries. At my house, we had a feast from Mayport CNC Fisheries with the freshest shrimp around, and it was unbelievable. They also have oysters, scallops, mahi, and so much more. Want to eat like a local? Head to the beach and visit my friends at Mayport CNC Fisheries.
This is Chelsea with Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors. Here's what people are saying about working with us.
Installers were professional, courteous, and efficient.
Great customer service. On time, explained the process, and walked me through the installation. Amazing team.
Our experience with Renewal by Anderson was outstanding from the beginning to end.
Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit rbafla.com.
License number CGC 1527613.
Renewal by Anderson, custom windows and doors.
Hi, it's Ben, second generation from Beards Diamonds. Guys, if you're popping the question soon, looking for an anniversary gift, before you buy anywhere, shop Beards. From a half carat to 10 carats, Beards will beat any competitor's price.
In the St. John's Town Center or at beardsdiamonds.com.
Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser share the huddle with Freddie T.
Bring it in.
Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins.
Fred Taylor, he's a candidate to go the distance.
On 1010XL.
If you are an experienced electrician looking for your next big opportunity, look no further than the Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller Electric, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering you the chance to showcase your skills on a grand scale. We believe in rewarding hard work with the best pay, top-notch benefits, and an unbeatable culture where people actually care about each other. Take your career to new heights with Miller Electric Company. Apply today at millercareers.com. Miller Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
It all comes down to Daytona in the Coke Zero Sugar 400 race weekend, August 23rd and 24th. Answer this question for a chance to win a family 4-pack of tickets to the Coke Zero Sugar 400 August 24th. Who has the most victories in the Coke Zero Sugar 400? Text the driver's last name only to 641-1010. Who has the most victories in the Coke Zero Sugar 400? Text the driver's last name only to 641-1010 for your chance to win.
Jaguars fans, the 2024 NFL season is just around the corner, and we can't wait for you to be back at the bank. Your Jacksonville Jaguars are starting off the preseason going head-to-head with the Kansas City Chiefs Saturday, August 10th. Be at the bank as the Jags take the field. The Jaguars have won it! You won't want to miss a second of the action. Grab your tickets for the 7 p.m. kick by going to jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We'll see you there.
Atlantic Self-Storage, the official storage partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Need to make room to watch football in your home or need a place to park your boat or RV? Store it all at Atlantic Self-Storage. Over 50 locations in Northeast Florida. 24-hour access, all with month-to-month leases. Moving? They can help with supplies. They make storage easy. Go to AtlanticSelfStorage.com or call 877-WE-STORE to find a storage solution near you. Go Jags!
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said gone boating. But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations. Julington Creek, Jack's Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine. And over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek Rope Swing? Or docking at the Conch House? Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
The Jacksonville Jaguars are a few hours away from their preseason opener against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Head coach Doug Peterson yesterday spoke with the media and discussed his message to the young guys when it comes to these exhibition affairs.
Really just tell them to enjoy it, absorb, take in everything. Obviously first time for all these guys to play, in an NFL football game, and it's exciting for them. But at the same time, I want them to, go out and play well, calm their minds, but at the same time have fun, enjoy it.
The JTA Game Day Express is back. Save gas and avoid parking hassles as the Jags take on the Chiefs tomorrow. Let them do the driving with multiple locations around town and passes just starting at $10. I'm RJ Saunders with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
RJ mixing it up a little bit. I didn't give you the whether or not music, did I? I'm going to take a walk here real quick. Stand by. You guys talk amongst yourself. If you're not riding in with anyone today, just turn to the passenger seat and, I don't know, make the other people on the interstate think you've gone crazy. I'll be right back. Here we come. Daddy's coming back. We're all right. They're going to let her read the news, Ron. She's going to read the news. You know. Anybody else? I'm sure you are. You 6 o'clockers, or have you gotten to the point that you got to have the cheaters, right? The reading glasses. It's all there. It's inevitable. RJ's got, he's got young eyes. He won't be putting these things on the bridge of his nose, tip of his nose for a while. It seems to hit just about everyone. But my question about the readers is, and if y'all notice this, if you have to buy readers, why do they make them so damn goofy? Why can't your standard?
Why can't they be stylish?
Just like stylish reading glasses. So they got like some sort of crazy like purple and pink tortoise shell or zebra striped or, big and, great. Oh, there it is. That's a trigger. I'm triggered now. I'm triggered to do some whether or not. Here's what I'm going to do with the prize pack. I'm going to be a Las Vegas Raider. I'm going to raid the prize closet. Or maybe I'll go to each and every account executive here at 1010XL and ask them to give me just a little something from their secret stash. Huh? A little gift certificate here. A little freebie there. Let me put on these actually probably aren't that bad compared to some. It's like, tell me you're old without telling me you're old. Put these things on, man. I was watching the Braves the other day, and up in the booth, got Glavin, Smoltz, Chipper. They all got their reading glasses on. I'm watching LeBron yesterday. Hey, LeBron, when did we just go just flat out dusty gray, man? He looks like a dust bunny.
Got the salt and pepper action.
It's not even salt and pepper. It's like a dingy gray. It's like he left his gray out in the sun. It got dingy.
Who needs to use that just for men?
Yeah. Chef Curry looking old, too. They stole some Chef Curry from you. Anyway, I digress. We want to play the game. Boys want to raid. Let's start things off here with, goodness, hold on. I'll get here. I'm not a fan of the, all right. Here we go. I got screens. I got to change between. I got to drag the mouse. I don't know. I think I'm just stupid here. I'm dumb. I'm not stupid. Jonathan is first. Jonathan, you ready? You know how the game's played. I'm going to give you 2 American cities. You tell me which one will be hotter or colder. Successful in that venture, we'll move on to the world round, in which case you'll take home the prize pack with 2 correct answers. Be wary of the mind freak. I'm known for it. Are you ready?
Ready.
All right, John. Here we go. Which of these 2 cities will be hotter today? Baltimore or Cleveland? Which is hotter today? Baltimore or Cleveland?
Cleveland.
Cleveland is going up to 81 today. Baltimore 80. Going to the world round. I need a quick answer within 2 seconds. Here we go. You ready? Which of these 2 cities will be colder today? Let's go. Buenos Aires, Johannesburg. Which will be colder today? Buenos Aires or Johannesburg, South Africa?
Buenos Aires.
What do you say?
Buenos
He said,
Aires.
yeah. I'm putting Jonathan on hold. I'm doing that real quick. Okay, hold on. I'm not one to level accusations. That was sketch. Okay, I'm going to ask you a city.
Felt like it.
You're going to tell me which one. You're not going to wait 3 or 4 seconds and Google or whatever the hell it is you're doing on your abacus. Not happening. We're going to start over. I'm going to keep Jonathan on hold. I may backtrack. I'm not saying for sure that I know the fix is on. That didn't feel right. That felt goofy.
Taking it to Secaucus.
Am I wrong?
No.
Didn't it feel that way?
No, it felt like he had to delay.
Yeah, something going on here. Maybe they've got the same weather report from the National Oceanographic and Air and Space Association. Maybe that's it. Jonathan going to sit there in the penalty box right now. I'll decide what to do with him in a second. Bring in Tyler. Tyler, what'd you think? Did that seem sketch to you, or are you going to play the same game?
Oh, I ain't playing the same game. It didn't seem right to me.
That's a guy that's off to a good start. All right, Tyler, here we go. Which of these 2 cities here in the U.S. of A. will be colder today? Pittsburgh or St. Louis?
St. Louis.
St. Louis 61, Pittsburgh 60. So close, Tyler. Sorry, but that's how you play the game. Tyler did it right. I give you 2 cities. There ain't no reason to wait. You're not going to run it through your abacus. This is have y'all not figured this out? This is a coin flip game.
Can you say it louder in the Siri so she can hear?
I have been playing whether or not now for 20 years. Y'all ain't figured it out yet? Flip a coin, baby. It's a coin flip game. That's what I'm going with. Nikki is next. Nikki, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I just wanted to say, too, by the way, I really enjoyed the Missy Elliott, though, in the beginning.
Okay. Well, there you go. I got to throw some, nap music on you. It's nap time. All right, here we go. Which of these 2 American cities will be warmer today? Columbia, South Carolina, or Dallas?
Dallas.
Dallas 94, Columbia 95. I'm sorry, Nikki.
Oh.
Good luck. Have a good Missy Elliott weekend. That's one open phone line for you. Right now, Jonathan's in the penalty box just wondering, what did I do? Why are they singling me out? Craig is next. Craig, you ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Whether or not. Which American city will be colder today? Asheville, North Carolina, or Kansas City, Missouri? Which will be colder today? Asheville or Kansas City?
Kansas City.
Kansas City 57, Asheville 67. Nice, you avoided the mind freak. We move on to the world round. I need to know which of these 2 cities will be warmer today. Oh, this is a good one. Manila or Acapulco? Which will be warmer today?
Manila.
Manila 89, Acapulco 87. You know what we call that in the business, Craig? That's a winner. You stay on hold with RJ there. Billy and Josh, you can go. Jonathan, I'm leaving you in the penalty box for now. If you stick around, I might circle back. I just don't know. I feel sketch. I also feel bad. Maybe I'll give Jonathan a pencil from the prize closet. I'll find a pencil or a pen. Jonathan, congratulations. Here's your koozie. I've either caused some self-reflection by Jonathan, or we've lost a Guggen for life. One of 2 things have happened here. With either a correct gut feeling or a false accusation. We'll see which way it falls. Let's take a quick break. We'll just make that a nifty fun session. Actually, kill the music. I had a question for you before we go to break. Craig, you stay by. Jonathan, you're in the penalty box. I don't know, I may come up with something. Man, I should have reiterated the rules before. I usually do that. You know, you got to give me an answer right away. And it doesn't mean some people just think a little bit. Sometimes there's a phone issue. I can't just categorically throw Jonathan in jail. But it's my right as the arbiter of said game show to make some tough calls sometimes. So, you see here, the kind of prosecutor, you screwed that guy. He's on phone. You know what, buddy? He's on hold. So you tell me how he screwed. What did you do for someone today, by the way, there, text liner? Huh? What you going out and giving today? I caught the very end of I'm not movie guy. I'm not recommend movies that probably were around before people get into serious movie watching. How old are you, RJ? 25? 7?
29.
9? All good. It's good. I went low. Have you seen the movie A Few Good Men?
Yes.
I mean, I've seen it, obviously. This movie's probably early 90s. I've seen it a few times. Tom Cruise, Demi Moore, Jack Nicholson. Man, that Jack Nicholson could act, couldn't he?
Oh, yeah, when he was in his prime, yeah.
Golly. So anyway, I get sucked into the last, I don't know, I picked it up at a perfect time. I got good channel surfing timing. I talk about this with, like, sports. I'll pick up a soccer game and everything happens in the 5 minutes that I watch, but I turn over the movie, and it's the perfect time. They are just getting ready to put Jack Nicholson's character, Colonel Jessup, on the stand and break him down, which leads to one of the, gosh, it's got to be one of the most famous lines and scenes in theater, doesn't it?
I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth. That was good, man. That's a good scene. That is a good movie.
Even if you haven't seen the movie, you know that line.
To tell Jonathan, the Googans have spoken, man. I am not a dictator here. I'm not an authoritarian.
But it is your game.
That's fine, but I'm a man of the people, and the Googans say over and over on the text line that just give him, he seemed legit.
Okay.
One said you screwed that guy. That guy, he's on the list now. So by phrasing it that way, I don't count your opinion. Somebody with just a kind of a simple, nice, seem legit to me, I take a lot more stock in than, Russell, you screwed that guy. Let me open my mouth, get a good breath of air, and continue with a Friday morning. This is The Drill. It is a GFL Friday. Oh, the fun and fireworks just beginning. We got 3 hours of radio coming your way. This is The Drill on 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Here's another classic Florida Gator moment.
Kind of calm myself down, pull back tears.
You have never seen any player in the entire country play as hard as I will play the rest of the season, and you never see someone push the rest of the team as hard as I will push everybody the rest of the season, and you never see a team play harder than we will the rest of this season. God bless.
1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Hey, school's in session, and here's today's lesson. We have hundreds of new vehicles. Tracks starting at $2.99 a month. Traverse for $3.99 a month. Silverados as low as $4.99 a month. And they all come with a 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. That means you and your soon-to-be drivers will be protected for the next 20 years. Plus, every purchase will help fund a teacher's project in our schools. Your next assignment, get to Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. Deadline August 31st. We're here to wow you and our teachers.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods. Clayton, in talking about the quality of cut of a diamond, is there a particular diamond cutter that's known as the best?
Frank, the answer is yes, and that would be Hearts on Fire, who have the world's most perfectly cut diamond, and we have them now at Underwoods. When anybody comes in and looks at one of these diamonds, the first thing they say is, wow! That's because these diamonds are cut from absolute maximum beauty and are really worth seeing, so you have an idea of how good a diamond can really look. They have perfect polish, perfect symmetry, and perfect proportions, and are backed up with an American Gem Society diamond quality document. Now, not every diamond could be a Hearts on Fire diamond because only certain rough diamonds in the hands of the most skilled cutters working in state-of-the-art cutting facilities can cut these. In fact, only 200 diamond cutters out of the 1 million people employed in the diamond cutting trade are skilled enough to cut Hearts on Fire diamonds.
See Hearts on Fire now at Underwood, San Marco, Avondale, the shops of Ponte Vedra, Underwood Jewelers.
This is the sound of turning small bets into legendary wins. Only on the Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook app. The sound of parlays. The sound of paydays. The sound of watching the game will never be the same. Hard Rock Bet has already paid out millions and millions in parlays to people across Florida. Download Hard Rock Bet now, and if your first bet doesn't win, get up to $100 back as a bonus bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to play. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Hey, it's Joe C. My friends at CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living can elevate your grilling experience with a durable, high-end grill from great brands like Coyote, DCS, Alfresco, and American Made, and make an outdoor kitchen custom built to your taste and lifestyle. Visit their local showroom and see all the new displays at CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
You dream it, we build it. CSS.
You can't go inside your home team's locker room, so Jags beat reporter Hayes Carline goes there for you.
Work on three, 1, 2, 3.
Hayes Carline here. Find my blog at 1010xl.com.
Brought to you by Roland Reach Plumbing, where quality and experience count.
D.B. Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
The 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris feature incredible athletes, and it's the third time the Olympics will be held in Paris. If you're planning to attend, USAPark.net Airport Parking salutes your support of our American athletes. So no matter where you're going, whether you're traveling to the Olympics to support our athletes or just visiting Grandma, remember to park at USAPark.net.
When all you have is a hammer, everything is a nail. I'm Dr. George Bari, and like me, I know you have been bombarded with PRP and stem cell treatments from companies that promise the world and charge prices to match. Or the surgeon that convinced you the only way to treat your injuries through surgery. At Bari Orthopedics, we offer the best PRP treatment on the market with prices that won't cost you an arm and a leg. We also have the expertise to treat your injury surgically, if that is what it entails. We can discuss all surgical and non-surgical options with you and make sure you get the best treatment available. Come see me, Dr. George Bari at Bari Orthopedics.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Don't bring those old, beat-up cornhole boards to the party again. Mystic Cornhole can upgrade your tailgate experience with a customized set of professional quality boards built in Jacks. Visit their Instagram page or mysticcornholecompany.com.
Storms are part of every season. Make sure you're protected. Call American Electrical to make sure you have the best in surge protection. Don't lose your home electronics to a lightning strike. Call 737-7770 for American Electrical.
I'm RJ Saunders with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. For 1010XL, Shamar James has been recognized on the 2024 Comeback Player of the Year Award watch list. Prior to the Gators contest against Georgia in Jacksonville last season, James sustained a season-ending knee injury during warm-ups that sidelined him for a critical part of the game. Eventually, he would miss the rest of the season. However, he did lead Florida in tackles by a significant margin, still finishing with the second most on the roster with 55. Florida State men's basketball is going to face Rice in the Battleground 2K Hoops doubleheader at the Toyota Center in Houston on November 9th. The Seminoles will face the Owls in the first game of the doubleheader, which also features Houston going up against Auburn in the second game of the one-day event. 79 degrees at 7:01. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, back here on a GFL Friday. How have we done the betting process? I talked to Jonathan. Well, RJ did, under my supervision. We got to bottom line. It would have been an injustice had I kept Jonathan from his prize pack. We got some detail. We got some proof. Jonathan's rolling up I-95 on the way to work this morning, gang. So, yeah, it took him a little bit of time, perhaps. Maybe he's just thinking it, grinding his gears. But I feel pretty confident that there was no resource material used. I think it's just kind of like, soaking in what it is. You're driving, you're doing your thing. So we have confirmed that Jonathan was on his commute into work on I-95. It had been hard to put up the spreadsheet, to pull up all of the different computer models that you need to be the expert in this game that we all want. So there's that. Denny's in L.A. I forgot about that. So we'll make our way through the 8 o'clock hour minus the quarterback whisperer. But, gosh, it's so content-heavy today. There's a lot to get into, including FSU practicing again yesterday in Jacksonville. I'll give you some final thoughts on Mike Norvell. Noel's 2 weeks away from playing in a dangerous game. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Florida State won't win when they go to Dublin, but it's a good opener. It's a good enough test to get your attention, but you should have enough talent that you ultimately win the game. And so is that nothing spells danger, though, like openers, right? There's always this insinuation as a fan that the team you're watching opening a current season is the same team you saw finish last year. It's natural. And that's not always the case. TCU was in the Final Four 2 years ago. Colorado opened with TCU. Remember that? And Colorado beat TCU, and Dion was the Sportsman of the Year. Do you believe? And check back, how'd that end up? 4-8? So that first game, man, and by the way, TCU obviously wasn't, a Final Four team again, but we gave, point being, Colorado got, neither one of those teams was exactly what we thought, and Colorado probably got too much credit for being a TCU team that wasn't the same team that went to the playoff for the year before. I opened the show today kind of reminding you that the Jags and Chiefs jobs were open at the exact same time after the 2012 season. Right away, immediately, the Chiefs wouldn't let Andy Reid off the plane. They scarfed him up January 4th. I mean, the season is barely over. Jags ended up going with Gus Bradley on January 17th. Since that time, the Jaguars have gone Gus Bradley to Doug Marrone to Urban Meyer to interim Darrell Bevell to Doug Peterson. Now on their fifth coach. Meanwhile, Reid and the Chiefs are going to be working on their fifth Super Bowl appearance. During that time, this is how bumpy a ride it's been for the Jags. I was thinking this. I'm thinking this was some news that I saw yesterday. The 2017 Super Bowl win by the early 2018, actually, by the Eagles over the Patriots, right? The two most famous, the two people responsible for that more than any, I think we give credit to Doug Peterson and Nick Foles, right? The quarterback. Also, doesn't seem like that game was forever ago. I know time, moves pretty quick, but relatively recently, Nick Foles and Doug Peterson teamed up to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. And here we are just some 6 years later, 6 seasons later, and we have now had both Nick Foles, the quarterback of that team, and Doug Peterson, the coach of that team, and yet we've been so up and down, they didn't even overlap at all. I mean, it's only been like 5, 6, 7 years since that game was played. We've had both of those guys, one of them going into his third season as the head coach, and we've just been so bad that they haven't even overlapped. I say this, Nick Foles retired yesterday from the NFL after 11 years. He was almost retired before the Chiefs kind of reclaimed him, right? The Chiefs kind of got him to be a backup, and then he took that Philly job, and Carson Wentz got hurt, and the rest is history. And, then he came here, and ironically, against who? The Chiefs. Threw a first pass, like one of his first passes. It's broke a collarbone. I think it was like DJ Chark touchdown, I think he hit a big one. So lo and behold, Foles is gone. Peterson is here, and we haven't, realized the value of either, at least not to the maximum. Certainly Doug Peterson hasn't pointed in a better direction, coming off back-to-back winning years. Again, I said if you're nervous, you're worried, and they haven't done enough, let's keep things in a bigger perspective. And I'm not asking that we always kind of base and judge where we are versus the rock bottom that we've spent most of our existence at. But I will say, I believe the Jags have had 10 winning seasons in 30 years. Trevor's had 2 winning seasons in 3. Tom Coughlin probably had, 4 winning seasons. Doug Peterson's already got 2. Tied for second most among Jaguars coaches, I would imagine. So it's the baseline here is a lot higher. It's not the baseline that the Chiefs ultimately, with their 2012 offseason coaching decision, we didn't get the same fruits of the labor that they did. And we'll see just what the ceiling is when they play through this 2024 year. From the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. FYI, Prosser, Jonathan just pulled into work here off Southside Boulevard. So there we go. See, we've added. Okay, we did it right. We did it the right way. Not unlike, society today where a wave of emotion, you react, you condemn, you punish. Let's take a step back. Let's get into some Trevor, shall we? He will play this week. I believe these guys like to play. I don't think they worry about the injuries as much as the fans do. And even if it's just a preseason game, Trevor Lawrence wants to leave with the scoreboard in his favor.
Yeah, anytime you have an opportunity to go out there and play and they're keeping score and I'm not wearing a red jersey, I think there's a little extra on it, and you want to play well and you want to perform and you want to win. That's bottom line. Preseason game, whatever, you still want to win, and it's a good challenge for us. They're going to play their guys too, so it'll be a good challenge for us and see how we stack up early. Obviously, it's preseason 1. There's a long ways to go before week 1, but I think it is important to kind of test yourself and see how you look against a team that has been the standard the past few years, and shouldn't take it lightly. It is just a preseason game, but you're playing. They're keeping score. You want to win it. So I think that's the mindset, and Coach actually just mentioned that after practice. So, we understand what we want to do and what the goal is.
Yeah, listen, I heard the same thing coming from Patrick Mahomes, who wants to play. I want to get out and play. A football player, I want to play, and it matters what they do when they're in there. Does it matter, as far as your Super Bowl chances? No. But, you'd like a guy where every time he takes the field, that's his mentality, and Trevor, I think, has shown that, playing through injuries and otherwise. All right, more from the Jaguars quarterback. Press Taylor's offensive coordinatorship has been played out in the press box, right? When he's coordinated from the press box, Doug Peterson has been on the field. Kind of an under-talked about storyline is the possibility of Press Taylor this year as offensive coordinator being on the field during the game. So actually it's Cut 10, RJ. Here's Trevor. Ask about the play calling. Don't forget, Doug Peterson has said that Press Taylor will call plays in the preseason.
I think it does. So it cuts down some of the communication time. I guess that would be accurate. But either way, I can get on the headset quick, or I can tell Mike if I'm thinking something to tell him. So that communication's always been good. So it doesn't change much. It'll be cool to see him down there and interact with him. I think it'll be good for him to get a feel for just the team, because there's some games are just different, and the feel at the beginning, you feel it as players and coaches on the field, but I'm sure it's different from the press box or the coach's booth. I just can't. I've never been up there, so I don't know. I would assume it's different. You're kind of detached from the energy and the atmosphere of the sideline. So we'll see how that changes things. If it does at all, I don't really know. Doesn't change what I have to do, so I haven't really thought about it, to be honest.
Yeah, I guess that's something that'll play out as it goes along. I don't think there's a guaranteed advantage being in the press box or being on the field, or every team would do one, right? It wouldn't be like split, like some do it from the press box, some do it from the sideline, if there was a definite better way to do it. This alphabet soup of NFL coaches, they've all been swimming the same pond for years and years and years and years. Same patterns, same habits, same plans for the most part. All right, I'm interested to see how Trevor answers this question. Sure, it's a point of pride that the Jags aren't terrible. They've won a playoff game. They've had, 2 winning seasons in 3 years that Trevor has been here. But have the Jags really done anything that they should be proud of to this point? Really not, in the big scheme of things, done anything exemplary. They won a playoff game. Big whoop. To everyone else here, yeah, it was what an awesome 2 weeks. Oh, here was Trevor yesterday asked what he's most proud of in these 3 years so far with the Jags.
I think I know I've gotten better every year. There's been plays where it doesn't look like it. You're going to have bad plays in your career, and that's going to happen. But, I know I've gotten better every year. I think, obviously, we've talked about the stuff I need to get better at, and those are things I know I need to get better at, and I'm working on them moving forward. But as far as just accuracy, giving guys a chance, throwing the ball downfield, that was something I didn't do well at all my rookie year, and I think I've gotten better at that. I think just knowing the system, making the smart play, that's been a big improvement for me. Staying on schedule is something I've learned to do, especially last year. Taking the early, easy completions early in the games, or if it's, first, second down, second and long, just getting the ball in play. Whatever the situations are, I think I've gotten better situationally. That can still improve. There's been times last year where I didn't play well situationally, where made some mistakes or turned it over or whatever. Everything is a learning experience, but those are some things just to think off the top of my head. I wasn't really thinking about it.
All right, what is the big, most important learning stage that Trevor is still going through? I think he answered that a little bit too, and we'll circle back to that a little bit later this morning. Also, Doug Peterson, straight ahead. You'll hear from the Jaguars coach on the Friday morning drill. Our program today brought to you by GFL. That's Green for Life. We will take a quick. You know what I actually want to do? I want to give you all the kind of the game day info. Just a reminder with tomorrow, and again, our coverage here on 1010XL will start at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. What'd you say? Is that right? Yeah, 2 o'clock, and whether the game day, the kickoff show, and all the way up through the pregame into the broadcast, and then postgame, and so really 5 hours before, another 2 or 3 after. We literally give you half a day's worth of Jaguars coverage each and every day, and we go out to preseason like we will the regular season. 7 o'clock kick tomorrow night at Everbank. You can watch the game locally on CBS 47, and as always, here is your home with the Jaguars. Listen to it on 1010XL. It's under the lights, obviously. The Chiefs come in as the defending Super Bowl champs. The Jags will play 2 home preseason games. They'll play this week, again next week against the Bucs. The finale is at Atlanta. There are some construction and game day street closures that can impact traffic patterns. So as they, urged us last year to get there as early as possible, get to the parking lots as quick as you can. Get those mobile parking passes downloaded and saved, put them in your wallet or, whatever your function, your app is, so that, you don't run into a service issue. That happens. So back in the stadium for the first time this year, albeit in the preseason, but yeah, we're going to get to see some of the stars. So that'll be good. I am not in the mood to talk much baseball. I apologize. I will say this. The Braves now are just 18 losses away from breaking the White Sox losing streak record. This is the drill. We'll come back with the 10-minute drill. RJ and I'll volley around some of the headlines from the sports world, including Team USA, a winner at the Olympics in basketball. It wasn't easy, and more. You're locked into the drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Now, a 1010XL Summer Olympic Update brought to you by
USAPark.net Airport Parking.
Westwood One Sports presents this special update on the 2024 Summer Games. After a devastating 5-set loss to Poland in the semifinals, the U.S. men's volleyball team will square off against Italy in the bronze medal match this morning. Team USA is looking to win its first medal since taking home the bronze at the Rio 2016 Games. It finished in 10th in Tokyo. More medals will be awarded on the track. The U.S. men's 4x100-meter relay team will attempt to win gold, but they'll have to do it without Noah Lyles. He announced yesterday after his bronze medal finish in the 200-meter final that he tested positive for COVID. The women's 4x100-meter relay team will also compete in the finals today thanks to a late surge from Sha'Carri Richardson in their qualifying race Thursday. Breaking or breakdancing makes its Olympic debut today. Team USA's Sunny Choi will hope to bag one of the first medals awarded. The men's competition takes place tomorrow. With this Summer Games update, I'm Erica Herskowitz, Westwood One Sports.
Broken bricks, falling fences, damaged doors, Gorilla Glue. Of course. It's incredibly strong and 100% waterproof and bonds, well, virtually everything. While you're at it, look for Gorilla Tape, a heavy-duty double-thick duct tape, and Gorilla Super Glue, great for all your quick fixes and repairs. There's also Gorilla Epoxy, Gorilla Wood Glue, Gorilla Construction Adhesive, of course. You get it. If you can break it, Gorilla can fix it. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate. Not a rate based on Terry who keeps and makes the car behind them. Oh no, they're about to. Save with DriveWise and the Allstate app and only pay a rate based on you.
Not available in every state, subject to terms and conditions. Rating factors and savings vary, and in some states your rate could increase with high-risk driving. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Raid wants to know, what would you do if you could confidently face every day knowing you and your loved ones are protected? Would you sing along to your favorite song at the top of your lungs? Turn off the GPS and let your heart do the guiding. Go to the drive-thru and order one of everything. Feel the buzz of confidence of knowing you are protected with 65 years of insect science in your hands. Raid. Protection for everyone.
Are you tired of having a plain and boring backyard? Really want to impress your family and friends this year? Then stop by Stone Core on Phillips Highway. Imagine hosting guests at your new outdoor kitchen, relaxing by your custom-built fireplace under a brand new pergola. Stone Core can also remodel your old pool deck and beautiful new pavers. Make your backyard wishes a reality. Visit Stone Core on Phillips Highway and let's get started at stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
Smooth sailing and a smooth taste of Vida de Luis, an all-natural tequila made with volcanic spring water and aerated to provide a smoother finish. Go to VidaDeLuis.com and set a course for smooth living today.
Discover the difference that local expertise makes at First Coast Lighting and Fans. Visit their showroom at the Avenues and browse high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness at First Coast Lighting and Fans.
Break bread with Dan, Jeff, and PGA Tour insiders on Brunch with the Tour.
What is brunch? Tour news, tips, and inside info.
Brought to you by Clearwater Irrigation. Brunch provided by Chick-fil-A. Tuesday morning at 8:30
on 1010XL.
If you're an experienced, skilled plumber or welder that's MedGas certified and you're tired of working for a company that just doesn't treat you right, Local 234 is the place for you. Their pay is the best in the business. You'll walk away with $35.09 an hour in your pocket. With benefits, that's just over $50 an hour. Local 234 has been around since 1901, and that means something. Visit UA234.com to send your resume. Local 234. Make the right connection.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Care you can see.
Summer is here, which means it's time for road trips and family vacations. Frank Frangie here. Before you hit the road, make sure your car can handle the heat with a visit to Big Chief Tire. Their expert technicians will ensure your vehicle can handle the summer heat, from tire checks to AC services. Avoid the stress of a breakdown and travel with confidence. Visit BigChiefTire.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule your summer checkup today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Mia here. Are you ready for the ultimate college football season? Using MyBookie Sportsbook and casino platform, you can bet on every game and win anytime, anywhere, straight from your mobile device, no app needed. Just sign up at MyBookie.com and you're ready to rock. Whether you're rooting for your alma mater or your favorite team, there's no better way to experience the season than having action on the games. When you know your team well, it's an easy way to take advantage of props like team win totals or early picks for playoff contention.
Last year, MyBookie had some of the best odds on the market for the Wolverines to win the national championship, and Michigan bettors who backed their squad saw a 10 times return on their wager. These types of bets highlight why it's worth it to lay an investment before the season begins. Lock your futures in now while you're waiting for the season to begin, and use promo code 1010XL to claim a bonus up to $1,000 on that first deposit. That's promo code 1010XL to start the season with house money. Don't ever miss out on the action. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere, only with MyBookie.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
On 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it. I want to rock right now. I want to rock. RJ's going to rock with us here through the 10-minute drill. Confirmation from my guy, Matty Every. He'll join us. We'll shoot for Matty 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. Talk a little golf and more with our favorite former PGA pro. In addition to Clouky. Clouky's our guy, too. We got a bunch of guys, but I appreciate Matty answering the bat signal there. So we'll talk to Matt. Listen, it's a good time to talk golf. The Olympics, majors are done, set up now for the playoffs after this week, and other and more sports talk with Matty on every Friday. And every Friday now with Matt Every. All right, RJ and I are going to kick you through some of the sports headlines as they were. So, RJ, what you got, my man?
Absolutely. According to Fox, this has Florida Gators ties in this with the new game, EA College Football 25. They did 50 dynasty simulations where they simulate through the season, see who's going to become champion. The team that had the most championships within these simulations, they did this 50 times, was Oregon. They won a total of 18 times, followed by Michigan, who won 7 times. However, a team that was there in the mix, Jeff, the world beaters, the Florida Gators won once.
Set it up to me a little bit more. What is it? What are they doing? They're playing they're saying in the next 50 years this is what's going to happen? What
No. So they simulated the entire 2025 season.
Okay, this coming
50
season.
times, yes.
And Florida won one of the titles?
Yes.
I have a hard time. Michigan is a stupid pick, okay? I love you, Michigan. I mean, I'm not anti-Michigan. That's a dumb pick. There ain't no way Michigan's winning it all. No way. Multiple losses for Michigan. And listen, you'd trade it, by the way, if you win a natty. I remember Florida won the natty in 06, 07. They went like 8-5. I'll take it, okay? So Michigan is just no way that Michigan would win 7 of the 50. No way.
Never lie, never cheat, never steal.
Yeah. No. The coach is somewhere else. So is the quarterback. So is Blake Corum. So are the receivers. Come on, man. And you got Ohio State just stocked and loaded. You got newcomers to the Big Ten. I would be less surprised if Michigan didn't make the 12-team playoff than I would if they won. I mean, I'd be more surprised if they won it than if they didn't make the field. So that tells you all you need to know. And I don't know. Listen, the truest, bluest, most optimistic of Gators, I don't know how you're going to find me a title out of this year. Come on. How many different – among those 50 ways, every single dominant player that you faced this year had an injury?
It could happen.
I mean, it's hard. And I will say this, if and when Florida does make it to the tournament, they'll be battle tested if it was this year. But, yeah, I can't. That seems kind of silly. That seems kind of silly. But and I'll give you another one, too. EA Sports. Not sure I'd make the overwhelming favorite a team that never finishes. Let me count Oregon's championships for you. 0, 0, 0. Stop it. Oregon's going to win it all. Out of the Big Ten? Come on, man.
Oregon. A total of 18 times.
Yeah, I'm not buying.
A longtime MLB umpire, Jim Joyce, did an exclusive with ESPN E60. He talked about the death threats that he got because of the Galarga's perfect game in 2010 that was blown, courtesy of him. And he says, quote, he would support the blown call to be reversed in the record books and to give Galarga a perfect game.
You know, the problem with that is that it's this. Now, are you going to go back and are you going to do that throughout Major League history? Like, you can't go back and institute what's in play now. And what's in play now is replay. And sadly, they would have got that right, and Galarraga would have had a no-hitter. But there was no replay, and he got it wrong. I mean, he got it way wrong, too. The problem with that play was it wasn't even close. That's the problem with that one. And I feel what he's saying. Jim Joyce is one of the umpires that was likable. Good dude. Admitted his mistake immediately. And I appreciate that he'd like to go back. And, I mean, he felt terrible for Galarraga. I remember that story.
Did. Yeah.
And I appreciate that he wishes he could make it right, but you can't. Just can't make it right. You can't apply rules and Are we going to go back and give, the Cardinals the World Series? Whether on Dinkinger or who won that World Series? I don't remember. I just remember the Dinkinger call at first. That it's like maybe still the most blown World Series call ever. But this was a regular season game. Was he a Tiger, maybe, Galarraga?
Yeah.
And who
I just remember
they playing the White Sox, maybe? Who were they playing?
Yeah, I think it was the White Sox, because I just remember him looking back at Joyce and just smiling. Like,
yeah, what?
Really?
Yeah, it was a play where he went over to cover first, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a play like to the first baseman, and the pitcher, it was the last out of the game, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the commentators are like, he's out. They're like, no, he's safe.
Yeah, no, he was out. And then if you show that, like, again, with replay, that would have been rectified, and he would have gotten his no-hitter. But I don't know how many times can you go back? I mean, are we going to replay every close play at home? Well, actually, he was safe, so that game's different. Well, maybe what he's saying is just more theoretical. But, yeah, no, you can't do that. But I appreciate the thought, Jim Joyce.
I feel we're going to talk about Team USA and their comeback victory over Serbia, but Devin Booker was in the news. He talked with Sam Amick of The Athletic and said that winning an NBA championship is probably harder than winning a gold medal. This was in response to Noah Lyles when he said, you guys are the world champions of what? He said, I still don't agree with the comment. I feel like all the best talent in the world is in the NBA. Being an NBA champion is probably harder to do.
Hey, Noah Lyles, take your ivermectin and get some chicken soup and get some rest, buddy.
He was in a wheelchair.
Okay. Hey, Noah,
wheelchair.
Appreciate how fast you run from point A to point B, but stay in your lane there, boss. It is harder to win a title in the NBA than a gold medal. Are you kidding me? It's not even close. Not even close. Much harder to win a title in the NBA than it is not for the other countries.
Right.
Well, and they have no NBA, so it doesn't involve them. But if the question is it harder to win an NBA title or a gold medal, that has been proven year after year after Olympic after Olympic. It's much harder to win an NBA championship than it is a gold medal. We are just head and shoulders that much better than everyone. I mean, not even close. Just like it would be harder to win a World Series against a Major League team than to win a World Series against a single-A squad.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Or college team. Yeah, Booker's right there. He is right. It is harder to win an NBA championship than a gold medal unless you play for a team that's not Team USA. My only gripe with Team USA yesterday, they fell behind Serbia. Was it 17?
17.
They were down 17 points to Serbia. I got lucky. I cut it on. They were down like 11, which I'd rather cut it on third quarter and be down 11 because there's some drama than turn it on and be up 11. I switched the television. I'm not big into watching superstars beat the hell out of lesser players in any sport. That doesn't do it for me. I don't like watching Florida play, or Florida's not the right example. I don't like watching Georgia play Mercer at all in any way.
Boring, yeah.
And so it's the same thing with the Dream Team. I mean, throw out your Germanys and your Australias and your Puerto Ricos and whoever it may be. And every once in a while, not every once in a while, they sleepwalk through everything.
Yes.
Team USA.
Yes.
They sleepwalk. Sometimes they're so much better, they can sleepwalk to an 18, 20-point victory. Sometimes when they sleepwalk, the other team gets hot and does some right things, and suddenly Team USA has to hit the alarm, wake up,
Which they had to do yesterday.
Which they did. And so if you had a criticism, rather than trumpet this comeback, if you were like Steve Kerr, coach, and you're pointing out, no. Criticism for falling 17 behind to a team that you would beat by 50 if you tried.
And your man Bogdanovich was letting Carmelo have it on the sideline all game.
Yeah, that's my guy Bogo.
If they would have won, I really feel like Bogey would have came. I mean, the Hawks could have a losing record. They faced LeBron on a random Tuesday. Hey, LeBron, we kicked your ass just a couple of months ago.
I give my guy Bogey credit. He was crying after the loss. I never seen him cry for the Hawks.
Never.
Grabs that paycheck and heads to Buckhead, baby.
Right.
Matt Avery, 8 o'clock, straight up 8 o'clock for Matt Avery, so that'll be fun. Looking forward to that. Look, they were down 17, and then, as Brian Windhurst said, they decided to play FIBA ball, which is basically full court press. When you're as deep as you, play like that the whole game, you win by 30. And I know that they're, here's what happens when you sleepwalk. That's how you lose, though, right? You sleepwalk, and then one time it just, the shot doesn't go. And by the way, yesterday, and Steph, or as they're now calling him, Chef Curry. I mean, Chef Curry saved the bacon, man. He had 36 points yesterday. He hit 9 3-pointers. But I got news for you. At the end of the game, they were down a point, and he put up a 3, and it went in. But it wasn't one of those, all net. Here it is right here. It's like.
Touched the rim a few times.
Yeah, back iron, front iron, backboard in. Like, so, and that gave them a 2 or 3 point lead, and ultimately they held on to win, and, acted excited. I'm sure they are excited.
Oh, I feel like there's going to be some sort of documentary LeBron's going to make about this and say, this team was, oh, man.
Dingy Beard, I call him now. He's Dingy Beard.
Dingy Beard.
Yeah. It's dingy. It's not gray. It's not black. It's just dingy. It's not salt and pepper. It's dingy.
Just letting the gray come in.
Looks like the inside of a worn gray sweatshirt.
Right.
Dingy.
Now, when you're not listening to The Drill in the morning or the other great brands of shows that we have here at the Superstation, it doesn't seem like SportsCenter is a show that anybody wants to watch any longer. However, the TNT crew inside the NBA, it seems like this is going to be their last year, a bittersweet moment for the crew. However, according to the Wall Street Journal, TNT could rebrand the Inside the NBA studio show to a broader show covering all sports. Now, they don't specify whether or not this would be every day, maybe a bi-weekly thing, or, every other day.
I'd like to see ESPN.
Would you like to watch that?
If they're doing other sports, yeah. I would watch a show hosted by Ernie Johnson and Charles Barkley every time over Stephen A. or whatever these 30-year-old desk jockeys that they just cycle through on ESPN, man. Right. They just cycle through them all. And look, ESPN has gotten way too non-sports opinionated for me. Just has. I want to and they also they're just too issue driven for me, man. It's not your job to me at ESPN to pump up a particular sport or athlete, or it's to show the news, man. And I get just annoyed as heck in the summertime. Get up in the morning and the pennant races are flying and there's stuff going on. If you really do care about bringing content to your audience, you would never lead with the WNBA. Ever. It is never, ever, ever anywhere near the top story in any sports fan's world. Ever. And they are just so hell-bent on promoting and pushing, I guess, what they feel are underserved, rather than continuing to serve those that are most wanted. So I would welcome competition, back to the point. Yeah, I would welcome competition. And
Could you imagine Charles Barkley talking about the Braves?
Yeah, see, I don't watch, and in fairness, I don't really watch ESPN much anymore. I watch a SportsCenter in the morning, but just as like a news program.
White noise.
And what annoys me is it's not news anymore. They don't do news anymore. They do a studio interview with some B-list actor, or they do a studio interview with with an Oregon women's basketball, but it's just not news. It's like NPESPN or something. I don't know what it is. So, yeah. And by the way, TNT is already throwing up this trial balloon on that. I haven't watched it yet, but on True TV, which is a TNT product, they have an evening sports show.
Do they?
I haven't looked at it yet. I've seen it, and I went to click on it one time, and it was in a commercial. I don't know what they do exactly. I don't know if it's gambling driven or not, but, there is there is some, and again, this would make sense, this news, because I wonder, why are they doing this live sports news show and not promoting it? Like, what are they doing here? And it could be like a soft open, see what they can do. All right, that's a 10-minute drill. You got some razzle-dazzle for them?
Oh, you know that we do.
Okay.
A $30 gift card to Showtime. Sports cards and collectibles.
Nice.
Showtime is the best place in town for sports memorabilia. You can stop by Showtime. They are open 7 days a week on Phillips Highway at the intersection of Phillips and Shad Road.
College football season is upon us. The FSU trip to Jacksonville has concluded. I'll let you know what Mike Norvell had to say about that. Also hear from Billy Napier as their season opener against Miami marches closer and closer as well. We've got Matt Every coming up top of the hour, 8 o'clock. And much more ahead for you as we get you going on a GFL Friday. That's Green for Life.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes, and summer's in full swing, and air conditioners are fully stressed. But do what I did and call the good folks at Fenwick Home Services to stay cool and comfortable all season long. Need a new AC? Fenwick has same-day estimates and next-day installations on energy-efficient systems. And your new system is backed by a warranty of up to 12 years. That's right, 12 years. Fenwick also offers same-day 24/7 service day or night, and their expert technicians will get the job done and get it done right the first time. Book online now at FenwickHomeservices.com.
Googa Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I've known Glenn Cohen for a long time as a friend and a lawyer. Persistent and fair, Glenn and his firm have represented clients from North Florida and South Georgia for over 40 years in all kinds of personal injury cases. If I had such a case, call Glenn at Barnes, Cohen, and Sullivan.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and it is hot out there. You know that, Greg. But Honda has a plan for you on or off the road.
They do. There are a ton of Honda scooters, Honda mini motos, great for the beach. Also get you out in the woods with a Honda side-by-side. Plenty to do and stay cool.
Yeah, four-wheelers, and you can trick them out.
We can. From stereo systems to big builds, we do it all.
Everything's there for you to see. CyclesOfJacksonville.com online or on Atlantic near Regency. Check out Cycles of Jacksonville.
Vegas, baby. This is Taylor Dahl from Helmets and Heels, and we're sending one lucky listener to Circa Resort and Casino this December. Win a free 3-night stay with $200 food and beverage credit, plus a daybed at Stadium Swim. With 6 temperature-controlled pools and a massive 143-foot screen at Circa, you'll huddle up with the Heels at the Overhang Bar for our pregame tailgates on Friday with drink specials and giveaways. For a chance to win this all-in package to Circa with Helmets and Heels, enter at 1010XL.com/Vegas.
And if you've already booked your flight to Vegas for the big game and are still searching for accommodations, Circa Resort and Casino has a special rate just for Jacksonville fans. Mia here, and for just $500, get a 3-night stay at Circa, $200 in food and beverage credit, plus a day bed at Stadium Swim. With 6 temperature-controlled pools and a massive screen, it's the world's largest hot tub party. The all-in package is only available till August 30th, so act now. Book and join the Heels in Vegas. Visit CircaLasVegas.com today.
Looking for a new or used firearm? Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach will get you locked and loaded. New firearms coming in weekly and always looking for used guns. No lines and no waiting. Online at beachesjewelryandpawn.com.
When the sun goes down, you might think a golf course shuts down, but not at the Golf Club of Southampton. Join the gang every Thursday night for trivia with Brooke and Jason, and everybody's favorite night, Friday night on the patio, featuring local musicians, food, and drink. It's all at the Golf Club of Southampton. Great golf. You've come to expect that. But don't forget, when night falls, the fun doesn't stop. Trivia every Thursday night and Southampton's live music patio session Fridays. Call 287-PLAY to make a tee time and the good time.
Share your voice anytime on the 1010XL text line.
Are you serious? Installed by Lifetime Flooring.
I gotta say, you're totally blowing my mind right now.
If you can't call or email, text us. 641-1010.
This is Hayes Carlion for Skylife Elite. Have you ever thought about aircraft ownership as another potential revenue stream and as a tool for tax savings? Put your tax money to work for you while enjoying the benefits of private personal travel. Skylife Elite has over a decade of experience in business aviation and can guide you through the process with their expert staff. Call my friends over at Skylife Elite at 490-9332 or find them at flyskylife.com to get the rundown on everything owning an airplane can do for you.
Blue here for the Blue Crab House, located right off of San Jose. It's on Jewington Creek Road. They've been around since 1996. Indoor-outdoor dining. Also, takeout is available at the Blue Crab House. Open 4:30 to 9, Tuesday through Saturday. Sunday, noon until 9. Remember, Tuesday, $2 margaritas. Wednesday, $1 oyster night. How about the blue crabs? How about my personal favorite, the Canadian snow crabs? Whatever it is that you fancy, you get it right there. The Blue Crab House.
Hey there, Weekend Warriors. It's Matt Hayes. Sick of that slice? Tired of those 3 putts? What if I told you your handicap isn't about your swing, it's about your weight? Why not take strokes off your game by taking pounds off your frame with the Waco 180? We're talking 10 strokes off by August, getting your tour card by September, winning your first major, year 1. Think about it. Fame, fortune, and most important, winning $5 off your buddy because you, sir, are closest to the pin. Taking strokes off your game is just about 40 pounds away at Awaken180weightloss.com. Awaken 180 does not guarantee an immediate 10 strokes off your score, receiving a tour card, or the ability to control the weather. Individual results may vary. Your newfound athleticism might cause jealousy among your foursome, leading to accusations of steroid use. Awaken is not responsible for defending your honor in the clubhouse. Awaken 180 cannot guarantee that your newfound golf prowess will lead to a sponsorship deal, but we can't not guarantee it either. Awaken 180 is not responsible for any dramatic fist pumps or unsolicited golf tips you give to strangers. Awaken 180 does not offer refunds for any lost wagers made on your improved golf game. Bet wisely, my friend. Strokes off your game by dropping pounds off your frame. Awaken180weightloss.com.
This is Dr. Steve Crenshaw, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Few injury updates for the Jacksonville Jaguars announced by Doug Peterson yesterday during his press conference. Anton Harrison, Ezra Cleveland, Keelan Robinson, and Stephen Jones are out for the offense for the Jacksonville Jaguars in their preseason opener against the Kansas City Chiefs. On the defensive end, Jordan Jefferson, Eric Armstead, Dewey Wingard, and Darnell Savage will not play. The JTA Game Day Express is back. Save gas and avoid parking hassles as the Jags take on the Chiefs tomorrow. Let them do the driving with multiple locations around town and passes starting at just $10 on the MyJTA app. To learn more, visit jtafla.com. I'm RJ Saunders with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
New rules for training camp this year, right? So no phones in the training table, no phones in the recovery area. And that's been pretty cool to see these guys interact with each other. So being intentional, put that phone down and have an opportunity to spend some meaningful time together and connect, to listen to each other.
I think we call that shared suffering in Gainesville, where no posh hotels. He's got him in Tolbert Hall. Shout out Tolbert Hall. Shout out all you dorm rats that, like me, who spent some time down in Gainesville in said facilities, right? I'm sure they're big and nice and posh. Now, there was a day, boy, it was like going to boot camp, man. You stayed in a dorm at the University of Florida when I went to school. It was nothing special. Depressing. Tile floors, bunk beds, 8x10.
Bunk beds?
Yeah. I ain't kidding, man. Dorms were a damn disaster. Nothing sexy or cool about them. Awful. Tiny, cramped. Community bathrooms and showers. Yeah, welcome to big-time college football. I also talked about taking those phones away. Just the idea there is to get the guys at the training table and, you know, and work to talk to each other, right? I mean, it's easy to get sidetracked with the phones and you know, distract yourself at times. Listen, at the end of the day, the defense in Gainesville has been horrific. I saw before 4 years ago, 3 times in history had Florida allowed, I think, 25 points a game over the course of a season. Maybe it was 28. They've done it each of the last 4 years. They've taken the Jaguars approach. They just plug a different important, you know, coaching position in every year. I say that like the 5 head coaches since Andy Reid took over. Well, down in Gainesville, it's a different defensive coordinator every year. This year they kept the defensive coordinator, but they added, a Yoda, for him. But the lines of scrimmage, the defense has got to be way better. They've just been awful. And the lines of scrimmage got to be better. The O and D lines are just not up to snuff with competing with the big boys.
We've got depth at those positions. I think we've got a good 3 deep, maybe more, big and long, and I think the weight room work is showing up. But all those guys are doing a good job. I think it's pretty violent out there last night. Let's put it that way. So I think that we're getting better on the edges too. I think the inside players got a chance to be pretty good up front, I think.
So, well, they have to be. I mean, you can't. First of all, Florida's not loaded with NFL skill position players. Trey Wilson, maybe ultimately by the time his college career is done, could be a first rounder, maybe. Kind of smallish. And there's no skill position talent on the football team, man. No difference makers. Nobody going in the top 10 of NFL drafts. Anywhere on the roster, for that matter. And so you got to have those pieces as well. But you are just it's gonna be death by 1,000 pancakes if you do not beef up those offensive and defensive lines that can go hand to hand, in the trenches. And they're getting beat up by the good teams, the LSUs, the Bamas, the Georgias, the Tennessees. Kentucky has pushed them around, for Pete's sake, the last 3 years. So it's they have got to Florida's got to be a lot better, and it's just such a set the thermostat game right out of the gates with Miami coming to town. So there's that. Meanwhile, FSU wrapped up their little trip to Jacksonville with, I guess, what Mike Norvell would say, mission accomplished. They moved back to UNF yesterday after practicing in the flex field next to Daly's place on Wednesday. And Norvell saying yesterday that Wednesdays was actually one of the most explosive practices they've had from last year to even so far this year. So I think he's kind of just you got to ramp it up. They're ramping up towards getting ready for a game. You got an August 24th opener in Dublin, which, I doubt they're flying over the 23rd. I mean, they're going to be within, 8-10 days from taking the whole program overseas. But Norvell is happy with what he's seen from his team, how they've responded to a year ago, how they are ready to put that to bed and I guess have to reprove it this year. Norvell, after practice yesterday, saying it was definitely coming off of that Wednesday practice, the right setup for what we wanted for today, and everything worked accordingly. Hot, humid, put guys in tough situations. He's happy right now with the consistency of the running game. You worry about losing Trey Benson, and I know they got Toafili back, and he's kind of an underrated, workhorse. But I think that Norvell is starting to really gain some comfort in the depth overall in the running back room. The rushing attack has been good so far in practice. He likes the collective unit from the non-quarterbacks, and look, DJ Uiagalelei is not doing anything to make them less optimistic about their season. They also have a tight end over there that they are raving about. We'll see. Brian Courtney, I think is his name. I've seen Norvell and the tight ends coach both comment on him and getting him involved in a variety of ways. Meanwhile, FSU goes back to Tallahassee. They'll scrimmage on Saturday. We will look for news and notes to come out of those festivities. But it's Georgia Tech in Dublin. That's a noon start here. And that's, again, 2 weeks from tomorrow. Then they come back home and face Boston College. What is that, a Monday night? Is that the Labor Day game? Must be. Right, August 24th that means the 31st will be the next Saturday, so September 2nd is their next home game. ESPN home game, 7:30, September 2nd, Labor Day night. And then we've talked about these two interesting games. Games 3 and 5 are interesting. They got Memphis, and they've got at SMU. Two under-the-radar teams that happen to be kind of peaking as programs right now, so The work continues. The highlights of the FSU schedule, the opener against Georgia, October 5th, home against Clemson. The end of the month, October 26th, they play at Miami. They host Notre Dame on November 9th, and the Gators come to Tallahassee on November 30th. Bringing my guy Matt Every next. You're listening to The Drill. We'll talk a little golf and other stuff. Confirming, by the way, with Big Bo. Just checking a text as we talk. Tony Baselli is going to join us, and I gave him the options. What time he said? I said, well, 8. We can do 8:20. We can do 8:35. We can do 9. We can do 9:15.
Jeff's just handling business while on air.
I don't
double
know,
tasking.
Multitasking.
True
That's fair.
professional.
Well, I don't know if I'd go that far. This is The Drill. It's a GFL Friday. Let's come back and kick it around with Matty Avery and more on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
What's the deal with the show?
The 1010XL Podcast Network is now available just about everywhere you find podcasts.
I mean, I think the show's going to be a huge hit.
Search for your favorite 1010XL podcast in your platform of choice. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Daytona always brings the drama.
Everything's on the line. The risk will be higher.
3 wide.
Look how insane this is.
Gunning to keep playoff hopes alive. It's now or never.
It's the most stressful night of racing that you'll ever go through.
For an unforgettable weekend of family fun, high wattage star power, and a front row seat full of fireworks. NASCAR weekend at Daytona International Speedway, August 23rd and 24th. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
The hottest trend in casual dining has expanded in Jacksonville with its 5th location off 103rd. The Flame Broiler serves up protein-packed rice bowls. It's fast, healthy, and affordable. Order online at flamebroilerusa.com or visit any of our 5 locations. Flame Broiler, simply healthy.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Clean air, cool air, both are extremely important. Trust Florida Home AC to deliver on both with their Remy Halo, the next generation of air quality technology. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC and breathe clean and cool air.
This is Mark Nato. My sons and I have seen the doctors and PAs at Southeast Ortho for everything from lumbar spine stress to elbow tendonitis. Southeast has always been there, been truthful, and always been on point. Everything they say happens. We can't thank them enough for what they've done and the great care that they have taken of our sons.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hey, Hicken here from my friends at Lockhart Construction. That's a longtime Jacksonville business. Shane's dad started the company. Shane, his guys, all from here, taking care of people who live here, people like me. I needed a new bathroom. I called Shane Lockhart Construction. Fast, friendly, affordable, clean. In your house, they take care of it. We used them again, and then we used them again. And then I turned them on to all of my friends, and they've used them. My son, they did the outside of his house, re-sided it. Unbelievable. Looks like the best house on the street. Their family gives your family a better living experience. If you have a construction need, a thought, an idea, give Shane a call. He'll call you back. 994-3865. Shane Lockhart Construction. 994-3865.
Start your Sunday off with a cup of Joe and some sports medicine intel. This is Joe C. inviting you to join me and Dr. George Bari for Breaking Bones every Sunday morning at 7:30. And if you miss an episode, just look for Breaking Bones wherever you listen to podcasts.
thinning or balding hair? Introducing Scalp Micropigmentation now at IHRS. SMP is a procedure for men and women, looks like your own growing hair, and corrects thinning areas. SMP is perfect for men and women who shave their head and want a full head of hair look. Call IHRS now, 904-777-IHRS, 904-777-4477, or visit hairforme.com today.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hey guys, this is David Garrard, and I want to tell you about Clearwater Irrigation. They put my new sprinkler system in my new home at Jack's Beach, and I couldn't be happier. Oh, hey John.
What's up, Dave? You know what this means. You're going to have to sing.
Man, I can't sing.
Then you'll fit right in, buddy. Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers. Hit it, Dave.
And drainage too.
ClearwaterJacks.com.
Hello, Hicken here for Zero Res, man. It has been rainy and warm outside, as it is this time of the year. Many of us stay inside, or when the weather gets hot again, we go to the pool. My friends at Zero Res are heating things up for the summertime. As you know, Zero Res does a great job of cleaning carpets and rugs, but they also clean luxury vinyl planking, tile and grout, fine stone and hardwood floors. And right now, get the hottest price of the year, 25% off all hard floor cleaning. That's 25% off the tile, the LVP, the fine stone, the hardwood floors. Zero Res, man. You spell it forward. Zero Res, you spell it backwards. Zero Res, the right way to clean.
Jaguars fans, the 2024 NFL season is just around the corner, and we can't wait for you to be back at the bank. Your Jacksonville Jaguars are starting off the preseason going head-to-head with the Kansas City Chiefs Saturday, August 10th. Be at the bank as the Jags take the field. The Jaguars have won it! You won't want to miss a second of the action. Grab your tickets for the 7 p.m. kick by going to jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We'll see you there.
I'm RJ Saunders with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update for 1010XL. This update is brought to you by USAPark.net. Gator men's basketball will compete in the Holiday Hoops Giving event against Arizona State in Atlanta on Saturday, December 14th. The matchup will take place at State Farm Arena as part of a triple header that'll also feature Auburn versus Ohio State, as well as Georgia going toe-to-toe against Grand Canyon. Time, television, and ticket information will be announced at a later date. The PWC SMU Athletic Forum released the preseason candidates for the 2024 Doak Walker Award that included Florida senior playmaker Montrell Johnson Jr. He enters his senior season after starting 11 games in 2023 and leading the Gators in rushing each of the last 2 seasons. 79 degrees at 8 o'clock. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Garber Auto Mall phone line.
Hello.
We can wiggle it.
I'm going to run out of time today. I'm stocking. I'm overstocking here. I'm overstocked. We will not be undersold. Matt Every coming up here momentarily as we hook up the hotline with him. I've got Tony Baselli coming your way 8:15, 8:20 this morning. Talk a little bit about the preseason opener tomorrow. And by the way, we've got an exciting official announcement we can bring your way. When it comes to our Monday, we're going double coverage on Mondays. How about that? Spoiler alert. Tony Baselli in the 7 o'clock hour, Fred Taylor in the 8. Every Monday morning throughout Jaguars season. A Jaguars fan himself joins me right now on the hotline. Matty Every. Matty, how we doing, my man?
Yes, doing great. How about you guys?
I'm good. What are you doing? Where you at?
I'm at home. I'll be on the road the next 2 weeks, first 2 playoff events. But today we got Meet the Teacher, Jeff. Big day.
I love it. Meet the Teacher Day. That's a good one. Hey, shout out to our teacher. My daughter's a teacher. My wife works in the school system. So, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. What grades are we at now with the kiddos?
Oh, my daughter's going into 4th, and my boy's going into 7th. I'm getting old.
Grade. Oh, here it comes, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming. Yeah. You know what they say about your kids? And what they are is what the same amount of you take whatever problems you caused, whatever headaches you were, and you multiply them. Good luck.
Nah, that's my daughter. My boy's a sweetheart.
He throws her right under the bus, the fourth grader. Hey, I think we talked about this before it happened, but I think it was re-emphasized at the Olympics. This Olympic golf tournament has become a big deal. I mean, it has become a big deal. I miss Scotty Scheffler crying when he won the Players. I missed guy, and I don't think the players thought it was going to come at him like it did. And I think now the Olympic golf is going to settle in when it comes to importance of one of the,
no question. Look, I was probably one of the biggest Olympic haters, but golf-wise, right off the rip. I'm with you. I thought it was awesome. I thought the drama, no matter who you had in the booth, the drama was gonna be there at the end, and it was. It's really like you have the Players in the Olympics as the 5th and 6th most important tournaments now, Jeff. You have the 4 majors, and it feels like that one has slotted itself right there behind them.
You played a Walker Cup, didn't you?
Yeah.
Was that down at
It was in Chicago Golf Club.
And what is that? Have you played other international that Walker Cup's as big as it gets? That's like the Amateur Ryder Cup, no?
Yeah, it is for the amateurs.
Is that the highest team golf you've played or the highest international golf?
Yes, yeah.
And did it feel different than it does? Because golf is such an individual sport, and I bring this up because the Olympics, I feel like they're playing them for more than themselves. I really do. I feel like they're, especially in other countries, the country part of it matters. When you get to team golf, the team matters. I'm thinking of Ryder Cup or otherwise. And golf, and what makes that so unique is golf is such an individual sport. It's just, I'm curious if you feel any different, or does a golfer put it in the ground and hit it with the same,
I think you definitely feel a little different. It's hard for me to compare. I mean, the closest I got to major team golf was I got fitted for the clothes one time for the Ryder Cup. That's the closest by far I ever got. But yeah, I mean, anytime, I played with Billy one year in New Orleans, and technically that is team golf. I felt more pressure there playing with Billy because my mistakes weren't my own anymore.
Sure.
They were somebody else's. So yeah, maybe something like that.
How would you characterize the state of golf now? I mean, Liv blew up some things, but they've blown up the PGA Tour's bank accounts. I wasn't aware of this FedEx Cup bonus on top of playing where you get $8 million for just where you stand heading into the playoffs. I mean, this is Scotty Scheffler, when he wins Player of the Year, I imagine that's going to happen. When he wins the Tour Championship with the lead that he'll have, is going to make $70 million this year.
Isn't it crazy? That back nine at the Olympics, Xander was staring Player of the Year right in the face at one point on that back nine. If he takes down the gold medal, obviously that flips. I know that's not really your question here. Yes, yeah. Liv has dumped a lot of money into these guys' pockets. I mean, you got to finish top 70 to make the playoffs. Jeff, you could finish 75th this year and have a hell of a year.
A couple million.
The PGA Tour. Yeah.
Well, and I just, listen, a couple million for playing full-time PGA professional golf, any profession, I got no problem with it. Where I start to get a little squirrely is when a golfer makes more than an NFL player. When a golfer makes more than an NBA superstar. There's no world where the best golfer in the world should pocket more money based on his athletic accomplishments than Patrick Mahomes or LeBron James. It's just.
I hear you, especially if they're not winning. If in the days of guys, having a long career on the tour and not picking up W's and kind of just, this guy finishes 8. Those don't really exist anymore. You don't have those guys that kind of just hang out there and don't win. Maybe a couple, but yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm with you. They shouldn't make more than
that's fine.
An lineman out there or something like that.
What do you think about the overall state of the golf world?
Hectic.
Yeah, still, right?
Yeah. I mean, has anything changed?
Would Liv be different? Would Liv be a different animal if the people who fronted it weren't so nauseating? In other words, if that was Jack Nicklaus and Tiger Woods over there instead of Greg Norman and Phil Mickelson, would we be having a different conversation?
I mean, I would say so for sure.
Yeah, but Phil Mickelson was a big boy. He was a bigger boy than I think we're now relegating him off to.
I did read where Phil just came out and said he was going to, if his play wasn't up to par, he would step down off the high flyers.
Well, it's been up to par. It's been over par, so I don't know what he's talking about. Playing a lot of over par golf.
You going to the game tomorrow?
Yeah. How about you? You're a regular season guy. You don't have time for that preseason stuff.
I am.
What else are you into? What about your baseball all done for the summer?
Conditioning for the boys.
Yeah.
Running them ragged. And then, next week, FedEx St. Jude is the first playoff event. And then we are out at Castle Pines. Tour goes out there. First time in a while.
What is that? What is that?
Castle Pines, the BMW Championship.
I did not. That's where I know what Castle Pines is. I did not know that they had moved. That's a playoff event at Castle Pines.
Yeah.
Wow.
Remember that event back in the day? It used to be the Stableford.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Didn't Duval live there for a while, at Castle Pines for a while, or just?
I don't know if it was Castle. I mean, out there.
It was somewhere in Colorado. Yeah.
Might have been like Cherry Creek or something like that.
Did you like those Stableford tournaments?
Loved them. I thought they were the coolest ever. There's a couple of things I wanted to do in my career, Jeff, that I never got to.
Okay.
One was win the Canadian Open because I knew how much and come down against the stretch against the Canadian and win the Canadian Open. I thought that'd be the coolest thing ever. And then the other one was what were we just talking about just now?
Stableford,
yes. Have a big enough lead on the last hole to where I could just take a putter and hit it 7 times, take a double bogey.
Just because that's
win.
max you can lose.
Yes.
At that point. Is there any...
Yeah. Someone's going to do it. Someone's going to do it, but 1 year.
Is that like talked about? Is that like a deep dark wish?
Everyone thinks about it. Yeah, like if you're clear enough going into the
it doesn't
last
matter
hole.
what you make. Yeah, right. Because they cap how many you can lose. And that's...
Yes.
Well, I wish you had done that. Would have been spectacular. You'd have lived forever virally.
Yeah, maybe.
That'd have been terrific. You have some viral moments anyway, though. So we'll just we'll be cool with those.
Keep it that.
Can anyone beat Scotty Scheffler when he's with a lead? When he's already got a lead to start? I think it can. Are we giving it to him too quick? I mean, that was a hell of a back nine, but that kind of erased some sketchy golf we've seen the last 6 weeks or so. Is it possible in Atlanta that Xander can come back from 2 or 4 or whatever? I don't even know what they start him at. Is it 2?
Yeah, I think it's 2, but it's for sure possible. I mean, Xander plays great at Eastlake, but also Eastlake and Memphis set up great for Scotty. They're both Bermuda tracks. I mean, I wouldn't bet against Scotty right now. That guy's flying pretty high, but it's definitely possible. I mean, Xander's an absolute stud, like we said. He's a back nine away at the Olympics from being right up there.
He just ran out of gas. You could just see a guy run out of gas. That was like literally, you could just see he's just the cars rolling to a stop.
How devastating was that back nine for John Rahm? I mean, that guy, he's got 5 or 6 chances to compete a year now, Jeff.
Yeah, I know, and he knew he let it get away too, buddy. That's another one where I think he felt some of Spain on his shoulders. These guys are off living in these bubbles of $1 million mansions and the best golf courses in the world. And you come to something like this, and suddenly you're carrying around. And that's what we talked about at the beginning, a little bit more pressure than you're used to. If Xander wins FedEx, he's still not Player of the Year, no?
Nah, I don't think so.
That's a hard one.
That's a hard one. I mean, Scotty, I know Xander's got 1 more major, but Scotty's got
7 with gold and players and masters. If you're going to do that, then you might as well just say the Player of the Year is the winner of the Tour Championship,
right?
Because that's the only thing. That's the only that would by far be the biggest credit in his side. Anyway, all right, I'll let you get out and about. I know we got Teacher Day and all. Don't be a stranger when you get back. Let's come by and see us, and let's get out and play some golf.
I'm ready to roll. See you guys.
All right, my brother. That's Matty Every on the hotline this morning. We'll step aside real quick, take a timeout. I got Tony Baselli waiting in the wings. The Hall of Fame wing to you. That's next on a GFL Friday on The Drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Step into the arena. Step on the field. Step up to the plate. 1010XL. Now, a 1010XL Summer Olympic Update. Brought to you by USAPark.net Airport Parking.
Westwood One Sports presents this special update on the 2024 Summer Games, sponsored by Grainger. With supplies and solutions for every industry, Grainger has the right product for you. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Plenty of team events on tap for the Americans here on day 14. Coming up in the pool, the U.S. men's water polo team will be taking on two-time defending gold medalist Serbia in the semifinals this hour. A tough task ahead for Team USA as the Serbians look to become just the third men's team to win 3 straight gold medals in the event. Meanwhile, the U.S. women's basketball team will tip off against Australia in the semifinals. Team USA is trying to become the first team to win 8 straight gold medals in any team sport in Olympic history. After a disappointing 5-set loss to Poland in the semis, the U.S. men's volleyball team plays for bronze against Italy. The U.S. still leads the overall medal count with 103, 30 golds, 38 silvers, and 35 bronze. With this Summer Games update, I'm Erica Herskowitz, Westwood One Sports.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Grainger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Doors take us to summers away or winter adventures and afternoon getaways. Your dedicated Fidelity advisor can help you open those doors by working with you on a comprehensive plan to help you reach your wealth's full potential, because doors were meant to be opened. Visit fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimum supply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE SIPC.
Great news, homeowners. I'm here to tell you, mortgage rates, you know what they're doing right now? They're tanking, baby, and that's good news because my friends at Loan Pronto have rates that now start with a 4. Best rate in years. Listen, if your current rate is over 6%, dump it, lower your house payment. I mean, big time. Loan Pronto has locked in, folks, recently a 4.99% APR, so whether you got your loan last week, last month, or last year, time to call Loan Pronto, even if you're in the process with another lender. Stop, double check. Time for a second opinion with Loan Pronto. Ask about their zero-cost rate reduction home loan. You can lock in at a lower rate with no closing costs in a matter of days, with almost no paperwork and usually no appraisal. And if you act now, you can even skip your next 2 house payments. Call now. Loan Pronto can give you a rate quote in minutes with no hard credit pull and no upfront fees like those other guys. Call 904-999-1508, 904-999-1508, or you can always visit loanpronto.com.
Tropical Smoothie Cafe here with your daily reminder to get on Tropic Time. Take 10. Sip a refreshing smoothie and manifest that you're Cabana side. Slade hot yoga? Treat yourself. Crushed back-to-back meetings? Get that me time. Adulted a little extra today? You deserve a vacay. You're on Tropic Time now at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. And look who's back and causing a stir. Our refreshing Island Punch, Mango Berry Cosmo, and Watermelon Mojito mocktail smoothies are here for a limited time.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods. Dandy subs and sandwiches. Look, we always want you to think about those great options as you're driving around Duval. But the beauty is, even as I'm dropping pounds, Dandy's got great options for me as well. Told you all about their protein packs, delicious salads that they have out there. They have fruit cups for on the go. You know what they have. Veggie snack trays. You can grab those on the go as well. Perfect, healthy snack. Dandy is the name to know when you're on the go. So stop into a Gate store anywhere around Duval and make yours a dandy, and do it today.
Prosser here for Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Football season finally upon us, and with that comes cooler weather. If you've been wanting to upgrade your outdoor living space, you should call the experts at Lifetime Enclosures now. From glass lanais to screened-in enclosures, Lifetime Enclosures and Flooring is the best in the business, so give them a call today. Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Showroom just off Phillips Highway. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
Training camp is about the basics.
Focus on the fundamentals.
Every time something you need to know happens at training camp, you'll hear about it on 1010XL. Brought to you by Kingfish Pest Control and Roland Reach Plumbing.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's challenger, an asphalt marketer from Jacksonville, Florida. Meet Sheldon Fish. Today's category, air conditioner repair experts in Jacksonville, Florida. Oh, I bet it's going to be Bueller. Your question. Unlike Jacksonville, the Sahara Desert has a complete lack of air conditioner repair experts. What kind of camels do they ride?
That's not really a question about air conditioner repair.
5 seconds.
But that's a camel question.
Pick a camel, Sheldon.
Arabian dromedary.
That's right, Sheldon. Like the majestic Arabian dromedary, the skilled technicians at Bueller Air and Plumbing can repair any make and model of air conditioner the same day you call, making sure you are cool.
They don't spit, do they?
No, but Steve, the new guy, has a bit of a hump.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Hey, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, you likely want to take care of your family, right? Hicken here from Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not an attorney yet, but have you done your last will? Besides getting your assets get to the people that you choose, planning will help minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson will listen. He'll help you with some tough decisions. He'll provide you and navigate the info needed so you are at ease with your choice. The Hinson Law Firm. If you have questions, reach out. It's 904-527-1700. That's 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. Are the company's Zoom calls getting boring? Might be a good time to order some new logo caps or temporary tattoos. Check them out online at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
If you're looking for custom metalwork, look no further than Superior Fence and Rail. Whether it's custom railing, shade structures, or custom entry gates, their expert team controls the turnkey process. From CAD design and raw metal to powder-coated finish and expert installation. When you choose Superior Fence and Rail for your custom metal project, you get a project that's, well, superior. So get off the fence and call Superior Fence and Rail today.
1010XL Weekly is out now. Mia here, and text the word weekly to subscribe to our new 1010XL newsletter and for a chance to win Jaguars and concert tickets. Get an inside look at local sports, trending players, station info, and chances to win prizes all year long.
When all you have is a hammer, everything is a nail. I'm Dr. George Bari, and like me, I know you have been bombarded with PRP and stem cell treatments from companies that promise the world and charge prices to match. Or the surgeon that convinced you the only way to treat your injuries through surgery. At Bari Orthopedics, we offer the best PRP treatment on the market with prices that won't cost you an arm and a leg. We also have the expertise to treat your injury surgically, if that is what it entails. We can discuss all surgical and non-surgical options with you and make sure you get the best treatment available. Come see me, Dr. George Bari at Bari Orthopedics.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Garber Auto Mall phone line.
Hello.
We can wiggle it.
All rise for the Hall of Famer. Tony Baselli joins us right now on the hotline. It's official. Be back. Breakfast with Baselli is back and better than ever. Tony is promising Hall of Fame efforts this year. Tone, good morning.
Good morning. I'm not happy with.
What's wrong?
I'm
sharing the spotlight.
Line.
Huh?
Guest line. When did I become a guest on the show?
A hotline. Yeah. Well,
no, you said guest line.
Well, you are a guest. You've always been a. Oh, I didn't mean to say guest line. I meant to say hotline. Yeah, you're a guest on the hotline. It's not a guest line. There's never been a guest line. That's just me talking through my tongue. But you're always been a esteemed guest of the program. Well,
no,
former co-host. You want to be former co-host? Is that what we're banging at?
I mean, I know some of the young Googans forget that there would be no show without me saving it years ago.
I've heard that, and I don't think that anyone disagrees with that. Yet, you did choose to leave, which takes you from host role to guest role.
Fair, okay, that's fair enough.
Hey, give me the highs and lows of Canton this year. I know I know how thrilled you were going, but it's just like overwhelming. Then you got to be here. Then you got to be there now. Now it's just like a party for you. It's like a high school reunion every year, isn't it? So what were the highlights this year?
Yeah, I was trying to describe it. Like, think about it. Like, it's like a mix between like going to summer camp and like reunion, like just hang out. I mean, it's a long story short, it's amazing. I mean, if you like, I say this every year, but this is what I feel every year. If you'd have told me as a kid, watching the Denver Broncos Mile High with all my heroes and watching the game I love and watching, the greats of the game as a kid, that one day I'd every year go hang out with them and play golf and tell stories. And they'd look at
that's
me,
fair.
And they would look at me as a peer.
Yeah.
I'd be like, "You're making that up. There's no way." It's amazing. It's a lot of fun, and it's fun because obviously I love the game and all that, but like a lot of these guys become my friends.
Yeah, for sure. I can see how.
Like, 'cause we see each other this weekend, but then you see each other other week, other events. You might go play golf. Yeah, it's a ton of fun.
It's bad news. You know what, Tony? It's bad news, though, for us network of periphery friends.
Well, I didn't want to say that, Jeff, but since you brought it up.
Good luck getting the man on the golf course these days.
No,
got John Lynch calling.
But it was great. In the class this year, and I'll probably say this every year. I hope I do at least. Great players, everyone knows that, but really quality guys. Like humility, this like humble, like just appreciate the moment. We're obviously great players, every one of them, and just good dudes. Like that's how I mean, the older I get, the more I just look at people and just want to judge them. Are they good people or not?
Yeah, that's fair.
And the guys that got into the class this year are just A+ people. Good guys.
And that's great from that standpoint. And I don't want to get into this. Isn't going to sidebar. I'd never, ever in my life would put a kick returner in the Hall of Fame. I mean, for every third receiver out there who's playing 50 snaps a game and working play to play to help their team, I apologize to all y'all that a guy who can't make it onto the field as a skilled player gets to go in because he returns kicks. But that's my rant on Devin Hester, who's a heck of a player and the best to do that part of it. But my question would be, we're going to put Cordero Patterson in. He's breaking all his records. Does he go in?
He's not yet. He's got a ways to go.
Yeah.
He's got a ways to go. And Devin Hester, I mean, he is a Hall of Famer. He's the greatest to do. He's the greatest to do what he did
consistently. And he also did big ones like Super Bowls. I get it.
By the way, Jeff, and I get it. And I've heard the same thing about kicker. You can't put kicker in or a punter in.
I'd put kicker over returner. Personally,
I don't. They're just as much. They're an important factor of the game. And Devin Hester changed how he also. If you go back to when he did it, he was so dominating early. They changed the rules. I mean,
they did. Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I don't correlate all that. They run together for me, and this is on me. But like him, Tamarick Vanover, Dante Hall, they were all the same guy to me. They're all super dangerous. If you kick it to them, you're in trouble. But it's documented. He's the best of those.
Yeah, our memory sometimes can do that. They can
That's
kind
fair.
of lump, especially specialist guys who do, or have a distinct role. But he, like I had forgotten until you go through what he did. It's like, holy cow!
And he did make some plays on offense too.
And he did. He did. And he was a great player. And it's one of the positions in the game. And now to get in as a return specialist, that just shows you how dominant.
That's fair too.
Because he's the first one ever.
Yeah, that's fair too. I know I've only got you for a short time today. Out and about, moving and grooving, CEO type stuff you do.
This is how much I love you. I'm on the West Coast right now.
Wow. I had to see. That's big. But I think that speaks to the official announcement coming. Breakfast with Baselli is back. And it starts Monday. When is this? Which Monday? Is this Monday?
Monday. Coming up.
Fantastic. All right. So look forward to that. We're going to do, what do we decide? 7:15? Is that when we're going?
7:15, 7:20, something like that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking back. Listen, I'm excited about this year.
Okay, good. That's what I want to get into.
Yeah, and I've been to camp. Obviously, I missed the whole week of camp when I was at the Hall of Fame, but being back this week and just looking at the team overall, I think it's gonna be a fun year. But it comes down to we closed out the year last year, and I said, listen, ultimately this team has to control the line of scrimmage better
on both sides.
On both sides, and they didn't do a ton on offense. They brought Mitch Morrison, which I think is an upgrade. But I think the style, from what I've seen and talking to the guys, I think it's going to be a little bit different. I think you're going to see more, hand in the ground, three-point stance on offense, coming off the ball. A little more vertical running game is the sense I'm getting. I love the addition of Gabe Davis. I think he is going to be, his max catch is 48 balls in his career, so you say, it's not that big, but it's 17 yards a catch. He is a big, physical, stretch the field type of receiver. And I think he's going to open up things. Him and Brian Thomas, the rookie, are really going to open up things for Kirk and Ingram underneath even more. And because I think the offense is still going to go through those two, the passing game.
Yeah.
And then, ultimately, we all know this, and Trevor knows this, Trevor's got to have a big year and continue, he's got to take that next step. We need to keep him healthy, and we need to keep him upright and give him time to operate. And because I think he'll have a big year, too. So I'm really excited about this team. Defensively, I love Ryan Nielsen, what he's done. I was, not to speak poorly of Mike Caldwell, good guy, good coach, but he was a guy, I thought sometimes we did too much. And guys would struggle getting lined up. We saw that last year at times, missed assignments, stuff like that. Guys running wide open in coverage. I don't think we'll see that this year. Ryan Nielsen comes from the, kind of mindset, less is more, and let's get guys in the position to play fast. And having both those ends, Hines Allen and Trayvon, hands in the ground, no more dropping them into coverage. I love that. So I'm excited. I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be this division is going to be wild because I think it's better than it's been in a while.
3 winning teams last year.
3 winning teams.
Yeah.
You got young quarterbacks across the board. I think Tennessee's going to be better this year. I think it's going to be a great division, great year, and I'm confident that we're going to come out on top. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Let's hit on the hot button, topic that's evolved again this week. It never goes away. I told Hicken this the other day, Tony. I believe that the Jaguars could play a whole season of football and tell you that Press Taylor was calling plays and it was really Doug Peterson or vice versa, or you wouldn't be able to tell me if it was Peterson or if it was Taylor. Where do you stand on this hot button issue of play calling? I know now they're saying Press is going to be on the sideline, so just kind of in total, Press v. Doug, how much does it matter? Coordinator on the sideline, does that make a difference, or are we kind of just juggling storylines?
I think we are looking for excuses and reasons that the offense wasn't as good as we were hoping last year. And I go back to, and there's not a bigger O-line advocate in this world than me, but you got to control the line of scrimmage. It's hard to win when you don't, and when you can't run the ball, when you can't get 3rd and 1. When you struggle in that area, it makes it hard to call plays. I don't care who you are. I'm a big Press Taylor fan. I think he's a hell of a coach. I think Doug's a hell of a coach. I don't really give a 2 cents who calls plays. I just don't care. I really don't. If it's Press, I think he'll do great. If it's Doug, I think he'll be great. I think they can win with either guy calling plays. I think both of them are involved in it anyways. I think we have this story, and I blame the Jags a little bit for this because they announced it right before kickoff.
Right.
Or it leaked before kickoff of the Colts game last year. And I'm like, now it's become this. It's been a story ever since, Jeff.
I think there's probably a lot of teams. You know this better than me, Tony. Aren't there a lot of teams where the play calling is kind of it's a pitch-in effort between the coordinator and the coach, whether it's an offensive-minded coach?
Everyone does it a little bit different. Yeah. Everyone. But, if you have an offensive-minded head coach, he is going to be in the ear of that coordinator and giving his opinions and what does he like and everything like that. And then there's going to be other situations where you have a coordinator that probably tells everyone, shut the you-know-what up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm calling the game and leave me alone. I mean, everyone does it a little bit different. I think it's more collaboration between Doug and press. I think all week prepping, getting ready, doing what they want to do, so I don't care. I mean, I'm not trying to ride the fence, but Jeff, I fundamentally don't care who calls plays.
I have one game day question for you. Because the offensive line is beat up, because of how they played last year, would there be any thought in your mind of holding Trevor out?
No.
Yeah. Me either. I would play him, but because as I told RJ earlier today, what happens when you get to the opener and Harrison's still in the protocol and the guard is still out? What are you not gonna, So, but
Walker Little's a second round pick who everyone believes is a starter in this league.
Yeah.
Well, great. Put him at right tackle.
Show us. Yeah.
Great. Blake Hance is going to play left guard. It looks like he started games last year.
Yeah. Both of those, by the way, were problems.
I'm not saying they weren't.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is
what you got.
It's what you got.
You play them,
and
you
got to play.
Players. Yeah.
And you're a football player. You got to play. I do think now if I'm calling plays, I'm probably not calling a bunch. I don't even think they have many 7-step drops in anymore. But get the ball out of Trevor's hands, run it. Like I just get him out there, get him in the flow a little bit. I mean, Andy Reid came out and said their starters are playing, which I would assume includes Patrick Mahomes the whole first quarter.
I believe so. At least we'll get a quarter of a measuring stick, a quarter of fun, and then
So I think you got to go play him. I mean, Now here's the and I've always been probably leaned on the side of like you need to play guys in the.
And y'all did that too, so that probably affects your thinking. I mean, yeah.
But I don't. But I just look at the game in the first month, and it's not as good because guys don't. You got to play this game to get ready for it. With that said, I'm not changing my position on that. The goal is to get your starters to the starting line on opening day. You want all your guys healthy.
Yeah.
And that's hard to do because you can't be physical unless you practice physical. And you have physical practices. And it's not like you just get to turn that on all of a sudden on opening days. Like, oh, we're going to be a physical team. And you don't practice it. And you don't get the reps in it. And you don't,
hopefully the coordinator can kind of imprint that on him. Hopefully, I know you got a meeting. I appreciate you taking the time to kind of preview tomorrow night's game for us. Breakfast with Baselli is back. It starts Monday. 7.
We're gonna be rocking. How about you guys? You got me at 7:20. Freddie T at 8.
8:30. Yeah, you at
7:20. Oh, he's 8:30 now.
8:30. Yeah, 7.
Wow.
Or 40. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a Hall of Fame Monday, buddy. One in. With a little assist from your boys, and then one.
You're amazing.
One will try and get in.
I mean, you're amazing. This show actually tried to kill my Hall of Fame effort with Dan Hicken, the Green with Schefter.
Well, I to be honest with you, Hicken owes me his mention at the Hall of Fame because I was the only one who fought for you that morning.
You were. I'll never forget. I was driving, listening, and I'm listening, and. I got you and Hick talking, and like we're gonna have Adam Schefter in and talking about the Hall of Fame, and Hick asks about me, and Schefter just roasts me, and Hick goes along with it. I'm driving. I'm like, and then thankfully Prost he stepped up and said something. I'm like, golly. I'm never going on that show again.
It's amazing how the perception changes. I was watching an NFL Network show, Tony, the 10 best players who will never make the Hall of Fame, and you were in the honorable mention. And that was like 10 years before you went in. It's just amazing how those it takes a while for people to recognize, I guess. Well, it's NFL Network. I mean, it's not like, Joe's basement list. I mean, they don't know what they're talking about.
Well, you know how we all do this. And whether it's you have a radio show or a TV show, half the time that's not true. Sometimes you say things because you're just trying to say something. And
I would never do that.
No, never. I know you are a consummate pro who studies every subject
Correct.
in detail.
That's right.
And know everything you are talking about.
I'm not about the entertainment part at all. It's all facts and figures with me.
Yeah, your guys' show is all about facts.
That's right. No, we don't let our emotions or opinion get in the way.
Especially about the Jags or the Gators. Zero emotion in that category. It's all just.
I got a fact for you. You ready for a fact? Here's a fact.
It all starts with Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser.
Thank you. That's all we need. Thank you, Tone. Appreciate it. Talk to you Monday.
See you guys.
Yeah, there he goes on the hotline. Our esteemed guest today, Hall of Famer Tony Baselli. Let's come back with the football fix. I got news and notes from the NFL I haven't even gotten into yet, including another low-scoring night in the preseason. Can we expect 13-6 Saturday night? I mean, so far, that's what we're getting in these NFL exhibition games. That and more football news and a football fix. I got a bunch of Doug Peterson I'm going to drop on you in the 9 o'clock hour. You are listening to The Drill on a GFL Friday. That's Green for Life. Look for all those bright green chucks rolling around the Jacksonville area and trust them for your commercial roll-off needs.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Jags fans, a new Everbank Performance account could be your ticket to London this October. Through the Everbank London Getaway, one lucky winner and a guest will receive round-trip airfare, hotel accommodations, and a pair of tickets to see the Jags play in London. To learn more and for official rules, visit everbank.com/London. No person necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of 50 United States and D.C. 18 or older. Entry period for the Everbank London Getaway Sweeps is from 8/5/24 to 9/5/24. To enter and for official rules, alternate method of entry, prize description, odds of winning, and other details, visit everbank.com/London. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank N.A.
Hey gang, Hicken here for Zero Res. Man, it is hot outside this time of the year. Many of us are staying inside or going to the pool. Well, my friends at Zero Res are also heating things up. As you know, Zero Res does a great job of cleaning carpets and rugs, but they also clean luxury vinyl planking, tile and grout, fine stone and hardwood floors. And right now, the hottest price of the year, 25% off all hardwood cleaning. That's 25% off tile, LVP, fine stone, and hardwood floors. Zero Res, man, spell it forward. Zero Res, spell it backward. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
Quarterbacking can be complicated. Denny Thompson simplifies it for us.
Yeah, I want to tell you what's really happening at the quarterback position.
Friday mornings on The Drill, brought to you by Tyson Sound and Security and George Moore Chevrolet on 1010XL.
Hey, gang, I couldn't be any happier than to be part of the George Moore Chevrolet family. And when I say family, that's what I mean. That's how they treat you when you visit that beautiful showroom off of Atlantic Boulevard. You'll find out exactly what I'm talking about. No pressure, just friendly help, just smiles, just having a good time. And whether you want a car, a truck, an SUV, electric, pre-owned, you name it, George Moore Chevrolet's got it. You know me, I got my boy Blue, that beautiful blue Silverado. I couldn't be any happier. If you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, that's okay. MooreChevy.com. MooreChevy.com is easy to navigate as any site you can try. All the vehicles, you'll see them right there. Sales, service, parts. Never been more easy to use. See what I did there? George Moore Chevrolet, gang, together. Let's drive.
Duck Rooter is a full-service plumbing company. They can fix everything from a simple leaky pipe or clogged drain to a large-scale repipe job, serving both commercial and residential customers. When you're stuck, call the Duck. DuckRooter.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
It's the end of summer sale with Renewal by Andersen, energy-efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors. Save $300 on every window and $825 on all patio doors. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. But restrictions apply, and this offer expires August 31st. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit rbafla.com for details.
License number CGC 1527613.
Yo, it's your boy E to the T. And are you ready for the ultimate college football season? Using MyBookie Sportsbook and casino platform, you can bet on every game and win anytime, anywhere, straight from your mobile device. No app needed. Just sign up at mybookie.com and you're ready to rock. Whether you're rooting for your alma mater or your favorite team, there's no better way to experience this season than having action on the game. And when you know your team well, it's an easy way to take advantage of procs like team win totals and early picks for playoff contention. Last year, MyBookie had some of the best odds on the market for the Wolverines to win the championship. And Michigan bettors who backed their squad saw 10 times the return on their wager. Lock your futures in now while you're waiting for the season to begin and use promo code 1010XL to claim a bonus up to $1,000. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Hey, Jacksonville Koozies, it's me, Soccer Sam, for Salvatore's Pizza. Rochester, New York's favorite pizza is now open in Jacksonville, Florida, Tapestry Park at the Loft Hotel Plaza. Daily $10 deals, dine in with beer and wine, and delivery at salvatores.com. The famous Formoso family brings Salvatore's Pizza, Rochester's favorite pizza, including our 32-piece sheet pizza for your next event. Do it with me, baby. Salvatores.com.
This is Dr. Michael Iorio, internal medicine physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
The JTA Game Day Express is back. You can avoid parking hassles and save gas as the Jacksonville Jaguars take on the Kansas City Chiefs tomorrow. Let them do the driving with multiple locations around town and passes starting at just $10 on the MyJTA app. To learn more, visit JTAFLA.com. Doug Peterson says that Trevor Lawrence is going to start at QB tomorrow, as well as Press Taylor calling the plays. However, he does say that things are still up in the air as to who will be calling plays offensively for the Jaguars come week 1 against the Miami Dolphins. I'm RJ Saunders with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
Football is back in Duval, and we can't wait, even though it's the preseason. It is the Kansas City Chiefs. Andy Reid's going to play his starters, and the Jags are going to play theirs, and Trevor's going to play. Even missing 2/5 of his starting offensive line. No Ezra Cleveland, no Anton Harrison. No worries for Doug Peterson, who says you got to play the starters. It's not going to be a lot of snaps, right? Trevor's going to probably get 2 series and be done. Be great to see the Jaguars back out there. Listen, you got to have faith in your guys. If you're on the team, you're on the team. Trevor Lawrence playing in preseason game number 1 against Kansas City on Saturday. And that's your Duval Minute, brought to you by Lift Power. Gang, summer's here. The job market is hot. Lift Power is looking for experienced lift truck and dock and door technicians in the Jacksonville area with benefits including a 401k, a company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. Woo! Offers too good to pass up. Come see why Lift Power has been voted one of the best places to work for the past several years. Our rapidly growing business has proudly served the Jacksonville area for more than 50 years, and we want you to be a part of our family. Don't let a great opportunity slip by. Learn more. All you got to do is go to liftpower.com.
8:45 on a Friday morning, a GFL Friday, making it into our first official football weekend. Jags on the field tomorrow night. Just heard Hicks update for you there. I got a Dailies double take. This one hits a little close to home for me in a couple of different ways. The Dailies double take brought to you by the Dailies Dash. Dash away, dash away, dash away all. Football's here, man. Load up on those subs. Sack of subs is a perfect way to head to your tailgate. Quick, easy, let them do the work, and you enjoy the deliciousness. And if you're rolling around in the morning, you're not taking advantage of Daly's fresh ground, daily, locally sourced coffee, or those 2-for-1 biscuits piled high, that's on you. My double take, though, is a nod to Chichi Rodriguez. Chichi came from an era of golf had to be showman. We don't have golf personalities anymore. They're robotic, aren't they? There just aren't. And if you do have a golf personality these days, it's usually one that is like rubbing people the wrong way. But there was a day back in golf, I think of the Mary Mex, Lee Trevino, Chichi Rodriguez. These guys had flair, man, and style. Chichi'd make a putt, and then he would act like a fencer. And he would approach the hole like he's, brandishing a sword. And then he would, turn it around and whoosh, he'd knock the top of the putter like down into his holster as he pretends. He had a lot of flair. Puerto Rican, yo soy Borinquen. So I knew of Chichi Rodriguez. In fact, Chichi Rodriguez designed the golf course that I played on as a kid in Puerto Rico when we got moved down there. He was an 8-time winner on PGA Tour, and he died at the age of 88. He was known for his sense of humor and his thick Puerto Rican accents. He said he asked his caddy for a sand wedge, and he brought him back a ham on rye. Would you give me a sandwich, please? A sandwich. Chichi, at 88 years old, passes away, and he was a hero on the island of Puerto Rico. I don't think there's been another Puerto Rican that has won a PGA Tour event. They may have had one win the Puerto Rico Open a few years back, but not sure how many Puerto Ricans have won on PGA Tour, and Chichi did it 8 times. But here's where it comes even a little bit more full circle for me. Working television back in the day, First Coast News on your side. The Legends of Golf used to come through the First Coast, and it was a senior tour event that was a team competition, and it played at a variety of different places, but one year was at the King and the Bear. And as part of the Pro-Am, I caddied for Chichi Rodriguez. Like they did a little deal where you got to caddy for a pro, and so I put on the Chichi overalls and just, it was like a 3-hole deal, 4-hole deal, and caddied for him. Now I can tell you the truth. It was a little disappointing. Like I expected more out of a 3-hole run with Chichi because I had the Puerto Rican stuff. He didn't really care, that interested. I thought
never meet your heroes.
Well, I just thought, and he wasn't really a hero per se, but I just thought we'd have more like to talk about and stuff because I had that shared situation, but it just kind of, and he cracked his jokes. He hammed it up with the fans, but I was just a burro that day. Burro, bring me my club. Fire of the band. We got a football fix. The football fix is brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Man, what a dream team Mandy's got. Been doing it a long time. She's helped so many people. Insurance is changing, dude. I mean, where you're at, are they jacking the rates up and up and up? I mean, I know the industry as a whole can do that, but you need to check all your options and see where you're at. So whether it's just a checkup, if you had one in a while, or maybe specific things in your house have changed, or maybe you've got new drivers, or some are coming off of policies, home, life, business, auto, all of it with Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Did you see the beat writer for the Steelers just shred Justin Fields? Let me pull this up. I mean, it was I called him Kenny Pickett. Mark Madden, the beat writers, have been covering the Steelers for a long time. He hates Justin Fields. I don't mean personally. I mean as a football player. Watching things go on and then hearing the narrative that's going out to the country about this either quarterback battle or competition between Fields and Russell Wilson. Mark Madden, the beat writer, says it's not a competition at all. He says he doesn't think Fields has what it takes to be an NFL quarterback. Brutally ripping into the 25-year-old. If Fields has to play, it'll all be revealed, just like with Pickett. That's what makes the fictionalized quarterback competition at Steelers camp so laughable. The decision, which has long since been made, is obvious. Fields' potential that hasn't much been realized and likely won't be. Wilson is polished, professional, and knowledgeable. Wow. Makes that Caleb Williams trap pick by the Bears like ring, true, awfully quick. Continue with a football fix. Low-scoring games last night. The Giants beat the Lions, I think, 14-3. The Patriots beat the Panthers 17-3. There's no rhyme or reason to how coaches choose to use their personnel. Like, we had Tony on. He said, yeah, I'd play Trevor Lawrence, even with the 2 offensive linemen. By the way, Tony Baselli, we'll restart Breakfast with Baselli on Monday, also said that the play calling thing is so overblown. Way overblown. Not a story. But last night, the Panthers elected to not play Bryce Young. I mean, I could certainly argue that Bryce Young needs snaps. I know he played 17. I mean, guys, we talk about how players can, like Trevor Lawrence is still continuing to improve. 3 regular seasons, 3 preseasons in. Every time you take the field, it's a chance to improve in a game situation. To not play Bryce Young, who was an unmitigated disaster a year ago, a terrible quarterback, maybe the worst in the league, to not even play him? Just to give him the opportunity, just a dress rehearsal? I don't understand it. Drake May, the rookie, started for the Patriots last night, barely got many reps. He was like 2 for 6 or 3 for 5 or I don't know, threw a couple screens. It was the Tennessee product, Joe Milton, who made the biggest highlight play of that preseason game. Patriots beat the Panthers 17-3. Milton had a nice, about a 50-yarder. Eric Gray, some running back you'll never hear from again, had a long touchdown run to lead the Giants over the Lions yesterday. 14-3 was that final. Nick Foles has called it a career. 11 years with 6 different teams, including a very inauspicious 1 year with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Yeah, that didn't work. Has a Super Bowl to his name. Had an amazing career. Had a Forrest Gump-like, right? Remember Foles had the 7-touchdown game. He set an NFL record with that. Had an unbelievable year early in his career with the Eagles. Nobody could go up and down more than Nick Foles. Nick Foles at his best would play like Tom Brady, and his worst would play like Blake Bortles, which isn't terrible, but it's not Tom Brady. And he has been talking about retiring for a while, right? I think he may have spent last year with the Colts. It's like every time he has to play, he does good, but when you need him to play, he doesn't. It was a strange career, and Nick Foles will call it just that. As he retires, it might be time to. And I don't want to minimize using authorities to, if you have people that are suffering from mental anguish or deteriorating facilities or whatever it or faculties or whatever it might be. Somebody needs to, and they can't, because he's it. Somebody needs to get Jerry Jones to be quiet for a while, man. Because they ask him anything, and he answers everything. And it doesn't give me, if I'm a Cowboys fan, much security. He said yesterday, by the way, that the latest is CeeDee Lamb's. They ask what the sense of urgency is to get CeeDee Lamb's deal done. The Cowboys still going now. At least with Dak's playing. Parsons is still holding out, I believe, or did he finally show up? CeeDee Lamb's still not showing up. First and foremost, it's bad business to get to a point where all 3 of those guys are up. But you got to deal with all 3 of them. I mean, it's hard to do one. I mean, the Jags credit Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence to get them both done. Micah Parsons, Dak Prescott, still nothing. And CeeDee Lamb, who is as good as either one of them, is getting the silent treatment. He was asked what the sense of urgency is to get CeeDee Lamb's deal done and into camp. Jones says there is no sense of urgency. And they said, well, what do you mean? He said, he said, is there a sense of urgency, Jerry Jones? No. They said, well, what do you mean? He said, well, I went to high school, I went to college. I don't know why I said it, but I'm just saying I don't have a sense of urgency about getting it done. Take it any reason you want. I was at Nobu in Malibu for the media party 2 days ago. Lamb is not reported for any portion. He, by the way, answered that comment from Jones on Twitter with LOL. He also removed America's team from his Twitter bio. I guess, if you think that today's athlete is just going to operate under the parameters of their contract, there should be no sense of urgency. But if you're trying to get better and win a Super Bowl, something I'll remind you haven't done in 30 years. 1995 is the last time the Cowboys went to a Super Bowl. They haven't even been to a conference championship game since then. I mean, old time is a river, and it's flowing over the Jerry Jones Dam at a gallon a second. So no urgency. Yeah, maybe there should be. Probably just a hair of a stitch of a problem with this urgency comment from Jerry Jones. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. It's brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin and the home course, the Julington Creek Golf Club. Turn our attention to the 9 o'clock hour. We'll see if it gets made nasty by RJ with trending. That's coming up next hour. I got a bunch of Doug Peterson as he gets prepared to start this 2024 campaign with a preseason opener. Going to hear a bunch from him. And we got more than enough for the 9 o'clock hour. We'll try and get it all in. You're listening to The Drill. It's a GFL Friday on 1010XL.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. He's the voice of the Jags, Frank Franchi. He's the Jags beat reporter, Hayes Carline. Get more Jags on your ride home. The Franchi Show. Afternoons on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Hey, school's in session, and here's today's lesson. We have hundreds of certified vehicles to choose from, starting as low as $89.99. Plus, they come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile peace of mind warranty and free oil changes. That means you and your soon-to-be drivers will be protected. Plus, every purchase allows us to fund teachers' projects for the entire school year. Your next assignment, get to Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. Deadline August 31st. We're here to wow you and our teachers.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
If the Florida heat is getting you down and you're sweating up a storm, fire up a phone call to Florida Home AC and order an AC tune-up. It's the best way to beat the heat and keep your AC unit working at peak performance. Log on to FloridaHomeAC.com for their tune-up special and make sure you're primed for the peak of that heat. Florida Home AC, the official AC provider of the Jacksonville Jaguars, and just a phone call away at 777-4300. Order that tune-up today.
Mia O'Brien
is going to be the first woman president of the United States of America.
Catch me weekdays from noon to 2 on Helmets and Heels.
And she could run later this year even, and I would vote for her.
All things Mia are driven by Arlington Toyota on 1010XL.
Hey folks, this is Dave Benyon with my son Ammon here from Zero Res. Ammon, you've been cleaning air ducts for a while now. What are some of the reasons customers might consider getting their air ducts cleaned?
There are many reasons. Many times, people suffer needlessly from poor indoor air quality produced by the conditions in their air system. Construction dust, the presence of bacterial growth, and years' worth of buildup all come together to make your air ducts a pretty gross place. If you suffer from allergies, have recently moved, recently remodeled, or have never had your air ducts cleaned, then now is the best time to call. By calling Zero Res, you'll have the peace of mind of knowing that you called the best of the best. Our state-of-the-art truck mount system and top-of-the-line service representatives simply can't be found anywhere else. Google Zero Res and read thousands of 5-star reviews.
So what kind of deals can I expect?
Just mention that you heard us on the radio, and we'll give you $100 off your air duct cleaning.
Wow, that sounds like a pretty great deal. Remember, folks, Zero Res,
spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Rhino Shield. Brace for hurricane season. With the Rhino Shield, those home exterior coatings withstand 96-mile-an-hour wind-driven rains, keeping your home safe and dry. Yeah, that's right. All those Rhino Shield homes right now, no problem with this weather. Rhino Shield's advanced ceramic technology also helps keep your home cooler, reduces your energy bills. This summer, take advantage. 30% off, 0% interest financing, and a 25-year warranty, man. Call Rhino Shield today, 904-414-4868. 904-414-4868 for a free estimate, or visit rhinoshieldjax.com. That's rhinoshieldjax.com.
The restaurant of the day is Flame Broiler. Try the happy hour special, a mini chicken bowl with a drink for just $6.45. Order online at flamebroilerusa.com or check out one of 5 locations across town. Flame Broiler, simply healthy.
Googan Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Before termites attack your home or business and cause costly damage, Terminix it. At Terminix, we know how to stop termites. These destructive pests have been around for millions of years, but before they show up, so do we. And their time is up. Don't live with a termite problem? Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. TERMINIX.com. Terminix it.
Hey, certainly facing some interesting economic times. I can't speak for all of us, but comforting for me to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. I'm not an expert when it comes to investing, higher interest rates, 401ks, SEP IRAs. You tell me. I found guys I can trust, and I know I trust them because as I move closer to retirement, my money grows, and that's because of Chris Bryant, Jeff Hartman, Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, and Reed Wingate. And not just me, from Junebug to Drew, 3 generations of Hickens invest at ITP Partners, and they listen and give us each individualized strategies where our goals are the priority. Financial need or question, Chris at ITPPartners.com or call 312-9751. That's 312-9751. ITP Partners, my financial partners for life.
At Cannons of Jacksonville, they know that when you're towing anything, you gotta have products you can rely on. With over 50 years of fabrication expertise, the family at Cannons can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Whether it's a heavy-duty hitch, trailer frame, gooseneck, tow bar, or any other towing accessory, Cannons will provide you with unmatched precision and durability. For all your towing needs, visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
Homeowners, good news for you. Accent on 4. Listen up. Loan Pronto now has mortgage rates that start with a 4. Prosser here. It's true. Mortgage rates have plummeted. So low, we haven't seen them in a long time. If your current rate is over 6%, you can dump it and lower your house payment big time. Loan Pronto just locked in a homeowner at 4.99% APR. So whether you got your loan last week, last month, or last year, it's time to call Loan Pronto. Even if you're in process with another lender, stop now. Call Loan Pronto. Ask about their zero-cost rate reduction home loan. You can lock in a lower rate with no closing costs in a matter of days, with almost no paperwork and usually no appraisal. And if you act now, you can even skip your next 2 house payments. Call now. Loan Pronto can give you a rate quote in minutes with no hard credit pull and no upfront fees like those other guys. Call 904-999-1508 or loanpronto.com. Call 904-999-1508. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Owner approved credit, MLSconsumeraccess.org.
I'm RJ Saunders with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update for 1010XL. This update is brought to you by Kuhn Flowers. Quarterback DJ Uwe Ungagale was named to the Walter Camp Player of the Year Award watch list. DJ previously earned a spot on the Maxwell Award watch list. Florida State has won the Walter Camp Player of the Year Award twice previously, once by Jameis Winston in 2013 and quarterback Charlie Ward in 1993. Florida State guard Jameer Watkins, one of the nation's top players returning for the 2024-25 college basketball season, is going to participate in the 2024 Nike Basketball Academy. He was an all-ACC honorable mention selection as a junior, and he enters the 2024-2025 season looking to build on a streak of 19 consecutive double-figure scoring games. 83 degrees at 9:05. Time and Tim brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Really just tell them to enjoy it, absorb, take in everything. obviously first time for all these guys to play, in an NFL football game, and it's exciting for them. But at the same time, I want them to, go out and play well, calm their minds, but at the same time have fun, enjoy it.
That's Doug Peterson. Let me give you a little bit more of the coach as they prepare to open the preseason tomorrow against the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, we get a little bit of a bone, I think, that we get to see at least some of the frontline starting talent for a quarter or so at the very least. So, fair enough to hear what Peterson's thoughts are on the preseason. I think coaches change their mind. I think they go through. They might have a year or two where they think this is important or this amount of playing time. And then others, they may look at it differently. You're also kind of adjusting to whatever the new norm is of 3 preseason games rather than 4. That's still a relatively new phenomenon. Peterson asked about how do you come up with a plan? How do you know exactly how to play it in these preseason games?
I don't know. I that's just how I've treated it. I know that's how coaches treated it. I think it's important that these guys play. And especially early. I mean, it doesn't have to be a lot or a long time, but you want them to get out there and knock that rust off. Get that game feel. Play against starters and go execute. And like I said, it's not long, but it's good for those guys to get out there and do that.
Jaguars media is like a dog with a bone when it comes to this play calling thing. I mean, Peterson can't do a press conference without getting 2 or 3 questions about the play calling, nuances, adjustments, whatever it may be. He did say that Press would be calling the plays in the preseason. We told you that already. And here is Peterson's perspective on having, Taylor will be calling the plays as the offensive coordinator, but he won't be doing it from the press box where he always has. He'll be on the field. So here's the rationale behind that.
Well, 1 is you get to feel the game. 2, you're with the players. And 3, you get to make the right corrections right now, communication-wise. It's you feel connected to the football game a little bit more. I've been early in my career, I was in the box as well, and you're kind of removed, and it's a little more challenging up there.
Continuing with what we can expect, both tomorrow night and moving forward, we got to get it. There's certain areas that need to be buttoned up from a year ago for sure, right? And you try and do that in the off season, but you got to really, I mean, what is the one thing that will make the most difference this year? Like some consistency, like some consistent greatness. They would show, I mean, they have shown at moments, and I guess a lot of teams can do this. You have got to carry over from play to play. You've got to carry over from quarter to quarter. You got to carry over from game to game, and that consistency really starts before the first game is ever played.
I mean, it's very few that the light just comes on when the lights come on. I do think you play like you practice. I believe that. The more time on the grass during the week that you practice and play, and it's all preparation. It's all preparing for a game. And when you are prepared, you go play well. But when you don't put in that time, sometimes it's hard. Some of the more talented athletes can probably get away with it, but not everybody can.
All right, the quarterback rotation will look like this. Trevor, as we heard, going to play a couple series, maybe a quarter. Same deal for Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs and Andy Reid, or as Peterson, you heard, call him coach. Calls Andy Reid coach. C.J. Beathard going to go second in the rotation. Mac Jones will play third on Saturday. Ultimately, we'll leave you with this from Coach Doug Peterson, what he would most want to see versus the Chiefs on Saturday night.
Yeah, and obviously I'm not gauging it based off of that, but at the same time, I want to see execution. I want to see, guys playing hard and fast and just doing what we've done for the first 2 weeks of camp, and I think in preseason, the outcome, everybody wants to win the games, right? I mean, that's the bottom line, but I think it's more still evaluating your roster, especially when you get past your, so-called starters but with the first group going against another first group, you want to see execution, very, very few mistakes, MAs, because you're running your training camp plays, and so things things can be simple. And again, you're not game planning anybody, so just going out and doing doing your job.
All right, let's see how the game goes tomorrow night again. I don't think the score matters, or really. You just heard him say there at the end, wait till the end, but you're working on yourself. Not game planning or not looking at tendencies for the Chiefs on third down inside the 30 in the preseason. They're not doing any of that. You're going to go out and play ball and, let an athlete be an athlete and see how it finishes. The Chiefs should probably be everyone's favorite to win the Super Bowl. I know we're never comfortable just assuming that great will stay great, I guess. But I don't, with Patrick Mahomes in his dadgum prime and Andy Reid with 3 under his belt now, why would the Chiefs not be the Super Bowl favorite? Looking at a column here on CBS Sports ranking the 2024 AFC contenders, putting them into tiers, levels of contending. Last year, the Jags were what I imagine the Texans will be this year for the most part. Although we did have that column last week, remember? Predicting the 7 teams that'll be out of the playoffs, and they had the Texans pegged as one of those. The tiers in the AFC start and stop with the Chiefs. In fact, tier 1 in a league of their own, the Chiefs. That's fair, right? What was the knock on Mahomes, or the question about Mahomes? Well, he's only won playoff games at home. Patrick Mahomes has never won a road playoff game. He's never played a road playoff game. And that all changed last year, didn't it? Went into Buffalo and into Baltimore. Bada bing, bada bang. Thank you very much. Super Bowl. League of their own, the Chiefs. Fair. All right, what would Tier 2 be? Let's see how it's classified and see how we would put them. So, League of their own, that's fair. Tier of their own. Tier 2, real deal contenders. 3 teams. What you think there? I think I would go with Buffalo, Baltimore. Those are 2 of them. Who is the third that they are saying is a real deal contender? I can't put Houston there. They're 10-7. Is it Cincinnati? Is it Houston? I think I would only put 2, considering some of the personnel moves this offseason. I think I would only put 2 real deal contenders with certainly the reality that could change, but I think I would only put 2 in. I would put Baltimore and Buffalo. I don't think anyone else has earned real deal contender in the AFC just yet. Let's see what they say. They got Baltimore, Buffalo, and then they fell for Houston's, shenanigans. I really have a strong feeling. I hope it's not just want to on my part that the Houston Texans are going to wet the bed. They've been talking way too much junk. They think they're way better than they are. They've loaded up. They took the fool's peril on finishing off your goal, and that's going and getting 30-something-year-old veterans. Fool's gold. So we'll see how Mixon and Diggs and some of these guys do. Are you going to put the Houston Texans in I can't put them in Baltimore's category. I just saw them play in the playoffs, and Stroud couldn't get past midfield. So that is not a real deal contender. I'm sorry. The Houston Texans are not. They're too close. They're a real deal division contender. They're too close to us than to put them up there with a step short of the Chiefs. Anyway, just my opinion. And maybe some of that is wishful. Fringe contenders, 3 of them. Still no Jags. That's where I would put Houston, by the way. Cincinnati, New York, Miami. New York added a lot this year. I mean, they're trying. Tier 4, wild card wilderness. And that's where you find our Jags, and it's not a terrible place to be. Steelers, Chargers, Jags, Colts. But on the other hand, it's a very competitive league. Wow, Tier 5, they put Cleveland by themselves. What? Same Cleveland that shocked the world last year and went all the way to the postseason? Huh. He writes the Browns have the defense to contend as a group. But offense, maybe another story. Tier 6, how many days until the draft? And there you find the Patriots, the Broncos, the Raiders, and the Titans. Just for what it's worth. Don't completely agree with this. It seems to be a pretty standard, cliche power ranking from everything that we've accumulated this offseason. Going to come back and see what's trending. It's a GFL Friday on 1010XL.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Sweet.
Summer.
On 1010.
10.
XL.
XL.
Sweet. 1010. XL.
Summer, summer, summer.
Now, a 1010XL Summer Olympic Update. Brought to you by
USAPark.net Airport Parking.
Westwood One Sports presents this special update on the 2024 Summer Games, sponsored by Westin Hotels and Resorts. Find wellness at Westin. First to the pool, where the U.S. men's water polo team is taking on two-time defending gold medalist Serbia in the semifinals. Right now, Serbia leads Team USA 4-2 in the second quarter. The Serbians are trying to become just the third men's team to win 3 straight gold medals in the event. Third round in women's golf is also in full swing. World number 1 Nelly Korda is 5 back as she begins the back 9. Fellow American Rose Zhang gains some ground as she is 3 shots off the pace through 8. World number 2 Lilia Vu is even through 11. More medals will be awarded on the track later today. The U.S. men's 4x100 meter relay team will attempt to win gold, but they'll have to do it without Noah Lyles. He announced yesterday after his bronze medal finish in the 200 meter final, he tested positive for COVID. With this Summer Games update, I'm Erica Herskowitz, Westwood One Sports.
Wellness means something different to each of us. And at Westin Hotels and Resorts, we believe every step is an opportunity to enhance your well-being. Whether it's guided group runs and workout gear on demand, or nourishing food options and restorative rest in our heavenly bed. When you travel, you can find wellness at Westin, one of 30 hotel brands in the Marriott Bonvoy portfolio. Find wellness at Westin.
Hi, welcome to Staples.
Yeah, my daughter needs a laptop for college, but I need to watch the budget.
Well, Staples hot deals on tech are backed by a price match guarantee, so our prices won't be beat.
Great. I can't believe my baby's starting college.
She'll do great.
I know.
Oh, let's get you a great deal on a laptop.
Save big on tech for school at Staples. Now get up to $300 off select PCs. Ends 8/24. Price match guarantee valid within 14 days of purchase. Exclusions apply. For details, visit staples.com/price match.
At Hodges Mazda, we are proud of our solid reputation in the Jacksonville community. Lauren Brooks here. As your hometown Mazda dealer, our high customer service standards and our huge inventory of new and used cars provide our customers a consistently first-rate car buying experience. Our professional non-commissioned sales team always puts your best interests first. Plus, every vehicle purchase comes with 2 years free maintenance. What Mazda moves you? Find out. Visit Hodges Mazda today or shop online at HodgesMazda.com to discover the Hodges Mazda difference.
Are you embarrassed by your ugly, cracked concrete driveway? Need to enhance your home's curb appeal? StoneCore on Phillips Highway is your one-stop shop for all your outdoor needs. Replacing with new stone pavers will transform your driveway into a stunning work of art. Say goodbye to unsightly concrete and hello to beautiful, durable pavers that last for years. Visit StoneCore today and let's beautify your home together. StoneCore.co. We do outdoors better.
Stevie Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Hey, sports fans, this is Hayes Carline from MyBookie. Are you ready for the ultimate college football season? Using MyBookie's sportsbook and casino platform, you can bet on every game and win anytime, anywhere, straight from your mobile device. No app needed. Just sign up at MyBookie.com and you're ready to rock. No matter who you're rooting for, there's no better way to experience the season than having action on the games. When you know your team well, it's an easy way to take advantage of props like team win totals or early picks for playoff contention. Last year, MyBookie had some of the best odds on the market for the Wolverines to win the championship and Michigan Michigan bettors who backed their squad saw a 10% return on their wager. These type of bets highlight why it's worth it to lay an investment before the season begins. Lock your futures in now while you're waiting for the season to begin and use promo code 1010XL to claim a bonus up to $1,000 on that first deposit. That's promo code 1010XL to start the season with house money. Don't ever miss out on the action. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere. Only with MyBookie.
Sometimes you agree with him, sometimes you don't.
On the runway, I'm coming in hot.
CBS Sports senior NFL writer Pete Prisco joins the Frangie Show Friday afternoons on 1010XL. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality product and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
The best game day parking in all of Duval is at Tailgaters Parking. Are you ready for some football? Tailgaters is just steps away on the east side of the stadium. Visit tailgatorsparking.com and secure your season parking pass today.
Good people drink good beer, and great people drink Mocama, a refined craft brewery out of Fernandina Beach, Florida. Mocama Beer Company brings sophisticated flagship beers, including Cosmico IPA and Dune Garden Lager, to the greater Jacksonville area. Whether you're hitting the water with friends or enjoying a backyard barbecue, Mocama has the perfect beer for your summer activities. Look for us wherever great beers are sold and find your Mocama.
Hey, Hicken here. I want to talk about Beaches Dermatology. I want to talk about Doctors Boudreaux and Metz, who've been taking care of me for decades now and keep me going with my skin. Why? Because they've encouraged me and taught me how to use sunscreen and how to wear floppy hats and long sleeve dry fits in that sun, man. If you're going outside for an extended period of time in Florida, man, you got to put on the sunscreen. If you're golfing, if you're at your kid's game, if you're fishing, if you're at the beach, put on the sunscreen, and don't go see Doctors Boudreaux and Metz or Dr. Fader for Mohs surgery. Eventually, you may have to, though, if you don't pay attention to these things. And sometimes something's on your skin that you say, hey, this doesn't look normal. And if it doesn't, then go see our friends at Beaches Dermatology. Give them a call or go online at beachesdermatology.com.
Atlantic Self-Storage, the official storage partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Need to make room to watch football in your home or need a place to park your boat or RV? Store it all at Atlantic Self-Storage. Over 50 locations in Northeast Florida. 24-hour access, all with month-to-month leases. Moving? They can help with supplies. They make storage easy. Go to AtlanticSelfStorage.com or call 877-WE-STORE to find a storage solution near you. Go Jags!
For a chance to win a family 4-pack of tickets to the Coke Zero Sugar 400 August 24th at Daytona, answer this question. Who has the most victories in the Coke Zero Sugar 400? Text the driver's last name to 641-1010.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, back here on the drill, we're going to check out what's trending here momentarily. The U.S., it looks like we'll win the medal battle. I assume we win it most years. It's not been a typical year from the standpoint of where they're winning and where they're not winning their medals. That's been a little bit different this go around. At last check, though, they had a couple more golds than the Chinese and a good 20 or 30 more medals than anyone else. The men will play for gold. They'll take on France in front of the home crowd. Victor Wembanyama and the Frenchman will go down in defeat too. I imagine that the wake-up call that U.S. needed, they got against Serbia, and that they will not allow France to hang around and get the crowd involved, but we shall see. Steph Curry had an all-timer yesterday. I don't know if I believe these guys when they say this is exciting or is the best, I heard a couple of this is the best game I've ever been in. I know it's kind of recency bias of the moment, but it was a heck of a game against Serbia. They fell 17 back, came storming to the victory by 4. LeBron had a triple-double, and Steph Curry had 36, hit 9 threes, and you don't see scoring like that in the Olympics typically, not on the American team. So good and so deep that they they spread it around. 12 points, a big day usually in Olympic basketball. Noah Lyles, he won the 100 barely. He raced the 200 yesterday. He finished. He got bronze. And then he tested positive for COVID, so that'll do it. He won't be a part of any of the relays. Lyles also got into it a little bit with, I think it was more of a social media thing with Devin Booker of Team USA, and he was just talking about, what world champion is he and yada, yada. Something to that effect, basically implying that it's harder to win an Olympic gold medal than it is, or it's harder to win an Olympic medal than it is an NBA championship. And in basketball, that is absolutely 100% not the case. Every single player on the Olympic team has a much harder time winning an NBA championship than they do winning an Olympic gold medal. I'm not even close. Big miss. Well, that's just some of what's going on in the Olympics as we head down the home stretch. Closing ceremonies coming up this weekend. The Olympics, for me, have just become a background television when there's nothing on I want to watch. And usually it involves me straightening up the kitchen or putting together a daybed or
folding laundry,
scrolling on the phone or watching YouTube. It's just kind of up there, and if something catches my attention with a spark, then I'll check it out. But it's not with it's not like you're going to miss the Olympics when they leave, like football season just ended. All right, let's see what's trending. RJ has put together a list of topics that are just rocking the world this morning. I will rock your world with this recommendation, man. Go see my doctor, Doc Paul Bousset, at Integra Concierge Medicine. Do it for a couple of reasons. My whole idea with this and Doc Bousset, when I'm trying to get you guys engaged, is as men, as we age, got to keep up with your health, man. And I think the biggest thing that keeps us from doing it is the hassle. Either sitting around waiting rooms or filling in paperwork, or you finally gotten comfortable with this doctor. He leaves your network, all that nonsense. That more than anything, it's just hassle-free. I can text my guy right now, hey, Doc, I've got this spot on my heel. I text him right now. I'm an answer in an hour. But on top of that, this bioidentical hormone treatment that they have and how testosterone can be managed to give you the energy that you've been lacking or any other performance area that you want to address. It's Doc Paul Bousset. It's Integra Concierge Medicine. Call and set up a free consult, man. Do it. 619-3609. All right, let's go.
Number 5.
Coming in at number 5, we've talked about Team USA handily this morning after their come from behind victory against Serbia. However, there was something that went on the game prior. I believe that was against Brazil, where LeBron James left the game early, thought that he had an injury, needed to go get checked up. He came back out of the locker room, and the crowd immediately started cheering. Now, the cameras are starting to pan to LeBron James, and he motions toward his head, giving that imaginary crown celebration that he normally does. Jeff, however, those cheers were not for him. They were for the French swimmer, Leon Marchand.
Marchand had a hell of an Olympic. As good as LeBron has been, Marchand was better, right? He became the first to do some double. I can't remember swimming. I don't remember what it was. Like the 100, 200, 200, 400, 400, 800, something. He won a double that it ain't won very often. So
there was a big standing ovation in the crowd, and LeBron's like,
"Of course he did.
Yes, I'm back. Yes,
yeah, of course he did.
Here I am.
Yeah, of course he thought it was for him.
Not for you.
Yeah.
Number 4.
Well, Nelly, I remember a song that he had, an NBA Street called "Not in My House." Well, in a casino in Missouri, they said, "Not in our casino."
Yeah.
Nelly got arrested for an active warrant that he had in St. Charles, Missouri, at the Hollywood Casino after winning a $50,000 jackpot. Sources familiar with the situation say Nelly initially thought the arrest was a joke or a prank as he was in the middle of collecting his winnings, and then they needed to call him in the back for a background.
Well, he had it was like a driving infraction of some sort. He didn't have insurance. It was something like that, and that was an old, something that was hanging over him, and I think it's very believable that he didn't even know that was there. The problem is that when they searched the car, you got the X.
That was a problem.
Yeah, the problem is searching the car and finding the ecstasy. So that probably ultimately would Nelly. Is Nelly been inactive? I mean, what is Nelly? Is Nelly still Nelly these days?
I don't even think so anymore.
I don't either. I mean, I haven't seen him for a while, not just the music, but I was in some movies, some different stuff.
I know he did a lot of different things.
Yeah, I haven't seen Nelly.
Number 3.
Coming in at number 3, this was a very funny one. Customers can expect boneless chicken wings to actually be free of bones. There was a divided Ohio Supreme Court ruling rejecting claims by a restaurant patron who suffered serious medical complications from getting a bone stuck in his throat. He was dining with his wife and friends at a wing joint in Ohio, and he ordered the usual boneless wings with Parmesan garlic sauce. When he took a bite of the piece of meat, it wouldn't go down the right way. 3 days later, he woke up feverish and unable to keep the food down, went to the emergency room, and they discovered a long, thin bone that had tore his esophagus and caused an infection. However, in a 3-4 ruling, the Supreme Court said that the boneless wings refer to a cooking style, and he should have been on guard against bones since it's common knowledge that chickens have bones.
I mean, hey, Judge, you ever had a chicken McNugget, bro?
Right.
It's not 1944. Grandma didn't just cook up chicken and dumplings on the stove, okay? I can't disagree more. If you sell me a boneless wing and I end up with a bone in my throat,
I tore my esophagus.
That's I mean, come on, man. That's got to be appealed. That's awful.
That is horrible.
And I'm not a litigious person, man. I'm not all about suing this and suing that, but I mean, this is like, I can't think of a comp. I cannot understand how you came up with. Obviously, the man has no chicken wing game.
None.
If you have a chicken wing game, there is most definitely nothing similar about boneless wings and wings. Boneless wings are just that. They're boneless every time. I would never pop one in my mouth expecting for there to be a bone because it is, I don't know, boneless.
What's that doing there?
That's a bad ruling.
Number 2.
Coming in at number 2, Team USA coming from behind, 17 down to defeat Team Serbia to now move on to the gold medal game, which will be tomorrow at 3. Kevin Durant saying after the comeback, everyone in here is going to remember this night for the rest of their lives. That's how special this is. I don't think it was all that special.
Well, maybe not for fans. If these guys are over, I'm sure if you're over there living it, your Team USA and it's the Olympics, you're not feeling, it's probably refreshing to get away from that social media diva fest that is an NBA season. Me. These guys have they almost have to. Me, man. Me. That's what the NBA is. There ain't a lot of us.
No.
There ain't a lot of we.
No.
It's a bunch of individual entities, and I do feel, in part because of the way they're coached, these guys haven't got to play we basketball in a while. So I think there's probably I think there's some fulfillment there. It's just for the love, man, and not caring if you're the guy with 38 points and 1 billion followers. So maybe they're, from that side of it, I can understand that comment.
I can't understand it. All I do understand is the documentary is going to be out.
Oh, for sure.
In a few years.
Yeah.
Number 1.
Coming in at number 1, we spoke about this earlier this morning. However, Jeff was not a fan of this.
Oh.
According to Fox Sports, EA College Football 25, they did a dynasty simulation 50 times. The top team to win the most championships out of that 50-time simulation for the 2024-2025 season would be that of Oregon with 18 total times that they would walk out as champions. However, Gator fans, there is hope because one time the Florida Gators would walk out as your national champions. Jeff, are you giving them a chance due to what you heard with the simulation?
This is the boneless wing of sports stories, is what you've just given me. This is as simple and clear as if there's a bone in your boneless wing, then somebody's got to pay.
I mean, there's no Florida State on this list.
Florida has no, maybe they thought it was FSU. Florida has no chance to win the title this year. None. There's no scenario. It's not ready. They're not ready. Go 9-3 listen. You could get big odds just to make they're not going to make the playoff. Anyone think Florida's making the playoff this year? Seriously, really? No, of course not. They're not ready yet. Now, hopefully they're building toward that. I don't know what in the hell EA Sports did. Was there a monsoon in one of the games? Did Carson Beck, tear an ACL? I mean, how? Florida can't manage its own schedule. They won't win the SEC, much less the Natty. That's just ridiculous. Is there any other what in the world are they thinking teams on there? I'm going to say one of the programmers for EA Sports is a Gator grad. That's what I'm going with.
Okay, I'll give you a few teams.
Yeah.
So, one of the teams, Vatech, won once.
Yeah, that's terrible. They're no good.
Appalachian State won once.
Yeah, and we can laugh all. Florida has no better chance than Appalachian State of winning the national title. That's not happening. By the way, if I'm EA Sports or whoever did this, I don't publicize this. Because it makes it look like what you do is irrelevant and stupid. Because I got news for you. Florida, Virginia Tech, Appy State, Oregon, the pick, literally, 18 of 50.
18 of 50.
So that's...
With Michigan following suit, they
70%
won 7
of the
times.
time. Yeah, Oregon's not winning it. Neither is Michigan. They lost their whole team.
Okay, Ohio State won 5 times.
That's fair.
Georgia won 4 times.
I would put Georgia ahead of Ohio State, but, I don't know how anyone thinks Oregon is going to jump into the Big Ten and go... and win the Natty. That's silly. This is a terrible list, buddy.
Texas A&M, North Carolina State, and Oregon State won twice.
Oregon State won the national title twice.
Yeah.
This is
in this simulation.
This is the worst simulation ever. This is the kind of simulation that sends that sends an airplane into the side of a mountain. That's what this simulation is beyond dumb.
And Ole Miss, Notre Dame, Boston College won once.
Ole Miss, Boston College is terrible. They cannot win it all. What kind of simulation are these running? I want to see the Gators simulation. I want to watch
it. I wonder who won, because they give, who won the Heisman. Right. I would love to see it.
In that season, who would have won. That's right. I'd like to, they should put it, if they really simulated it, they should tape it. And then you could, I would go online. I would go on, YouTube and watch Florida win the Natty in this preposterous fantasy world that we're living in. That's what's trending. Brought to you by my friend, Dr. Paul Busset. That's my doctor on demand at Integra Concierge Medicine. It's time to talk about what's been bothering you and how you can feel better with just one call, 619-3609. Do it today. Back to put a wrap on it next.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Frank Franzi here. This summer, happiness is a new Chevy, like a new Chevy Silverado from Nimnick Chevrolet. This month, you can save up to $10,000 off a new Silverado. For well-qualified buyers, you can get rates as low as 1.9% financing on all new Silverado 1500 models. Your perfect truck is waiting for you at Nimnick Chevrolet. Shop online at nimnickchevy.com or visit the dealership located at the corner of Park Street and Cassett Avenue. Who's got more new Silverados at the best prices? Nobody but Nimnick Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Lauren here to tell you about Mayport CNC Fisheries preseason football special. $5 off any 100-count bag or 30-pound box of oysters, all preseason long. Bring football season back like a local with Mayport CNC Fisheries in Atlantic Beach.
David Ammon here with Zero Res. So Ammon, your mom mentioned it's been a year since we did a complete house cleaning. The kitchen tile and living room floors are looking pretty dingy. It's time to call Zero Res.
That's right. Most folks know that Zero Res does an amazing job at cleaning their carpets and rugs, but they don't know that Zero Res can clean their tile and grout, LVP, and wood floors.
And right now, Zero Res is offering 25% off all hard floor cleaning. Zero Res,
spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
C-E-R-O, Zero Res.
Googan Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Integrity, persistence, and standing up for victims. It's what you want in a personal injury case and what my friend and lawyer Glenn Cohen brings to every case for over 40 years. Call Glenn at Barnes, Cohen, and Sullivan.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On
August 9, 2012, Jamaican track star Usain Bolt wins the 200-meter at the London Olympics, becoming the first to win the 100 200-meter double in back-to-back Olympics.
Joe C. for CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. And if your dream is to create that space where you're living large in your backyard, then you need to get with the good people at CSS. They put a gas log in our fireplace, an awesome fire pit out back where the kids can toast s'mores and we can just hang out and watch the game. It's all part of your outdoor living experience with CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
You dream it, we build it. CSS.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. From GFL, Green for Life.
For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Hey, Hicken here from our friends at GolfTeeRepair.com. Of course we don't fix golf tees. Come on, man. We just want you to have some fun around the game we all love. Golf Tee Repair, Jacksonville company, makes affordable golf wear for Jacksonville dudes who love to play. I'm talking about polos, t-shirts, hats, hoodies. You got to see it to believe it. GolfTeeRepair.com, that's the site. All natural materials made from bamboo, comfortable, breathable clothing. GolfTeeRepair.com. Perfect to wear this summer and into September when you're football game bound. Be comfortable in the heat. And by the way, go to GolfTeeRepair.com right now. Look at all the merch. Whatever you purchase, just go to the promo code DRILL50. 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 Boom, 50% off. 50% off, man. And don't forget to check out our repair kits. Perfect for your golf bags. GolfTeeRepair.com. You'll have some fun. You'll look good. You'll feel good. Terrific forever.
15,000 workers. I'm Brian Rose from Remedy Staffing. We survey 15,000 blue-collar workers each year to better understand what drives quality and dependability in our workforce. The survey shows when looking for a new job, the initial pay rate, job security, and safety while working are the most important factors for hourly workers. If you're an employer and would like to learn more about the voice of the blue-collar worker, please call us at 904-528-1933.
This summer, beat the heat at Best Bet, your premier poker destination. Whether you're a seasoned poker pro or a first-time card player, you'll find a cool retreat from the summer heat with thrilling poker games, big payouts, and refreshing drinks. Join us for an unforgettable experience. Cool off and cash in at Best Bet. The stakes are high, the cards are hot, and your chance for fun is guaranteed. Visit bestbetjacks.com to learn more. That's bestbetjacks.com.
This is Dr. Turner Vossler, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
The Jacksonville Jaguars are just a few hours away from their preseason opener against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Head coach Doug Peterson spoke yesterday with the media and discussed the message that he has to the young guys when it comes to these exhibition affairs.
Really just tell them to enjoy it, absorb, take in everything. Obviously, first time for all these guys to play, in an NFL football game, and it's exciting for them. But at the same time, I want them to, go out and play well, calm their minds, but at the same time, have fun, enjoy it.
You can catch the Jaguars and the Chiefs matchup on Saturday right here on 1010XL beginning at 2 p.m. with our kickoff show. I'm RJ Saunders with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars Update.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
All right, we're cooling down here on the today's edition of The Drill. I'm cooling down on this, and I wish I could get some cooperation. Cooling down on the importance of the play calling and this grind on it. We've become obsessive. I think it may be us in the media even more than the fans at this point, although I'm not positive on that. Not being on social media, not that can be an accurate barometer all the time. But I would just ask you this. Does anyone think Doug Peterson, Press Taylor, or Tony Baselli does not want the Jaguars to win? Does anybody think Doug Peterson, Press Taylor, and Tony Baselli would choose the thing that makes them less likely to win? If Doug Peterson says it's not a big deal, if Press Taylor says it's not a big deal, if Hall of Fame offensive lineman Tony Baselli says it's not a big deal, why do we keep saying it is? Why? Do we know more than everyone about everything? This isn't controversial enough. It doesn't behoove for it to be dishonest. We're asking proven football players and coaches. We're asking a Super Bowl coach. We're asking a Hall of Fame offensive lineman. Does the play calling matter? No. Yeah. What's the question Tuesday at Jags practice? Oh, have you reviewed the play calling from Friday night and what that might mean? Like a dog with a bone on this play calling thing, man. If anybody out there thinks this play calling is the reason we went from 8-3 to 9-8 and didn't win a playoff game or win the division, then no one in the know. It just does. Are they lying? What purpose does it serve? Or they don't know what they're talking about? This Super Bowl winner, this Hall of Fame lineman. I'm cooling down on this. I wish that maybe better said than I'm cooling down on. Maybe it should better be said. I wish we would cool down. I wish we would get some cool down on this whole, play calling thing. We're getting distracted, by a nothingness.
Do you think it probably comes from the fact that maybe there are those who believe there's a difference between when Doug Peterson calls a play, things look a lot more fluid
they don't
versus
know,
press?
Yeah, no. What I would say is to everyone who is saying that, you don't know what you're talking about. That's what I would say. I'm asking the ones that is it a difference? The ones that are doing it, the ones that know football a lot better than you, me, anyone that sits in the studio that's not Leon Searcy or any fan listening. A lot more. A lot more. Listen, we can disagree on what the play call is, on whether you go for it on fourth down. That is not the same thing. Of the overall team success of the players and the coaches and the game plan. And again, this insinuation that it's just a one-man show 100%, even if so-and-so is the play caller. It's just, I don't know, man. I think we're going to, if there is something that leads ultimately to Doug Peterson to snap at us, with us, for us, it'll be this topic. It's insufferable. Play some games, man. Play a year. Play seasons. So that's what I'm cooling down on. I'm cooling down on today. I cooled down on Atlanta Braves talk today. Didn't have a single breath of it, which I'm just so happy about. I hate them so bad. I hate the season so much. I don't hate them. I can't, be that mad after everything that's happened to them. Now out of the wild card positioning. That's how far they've fallen. Now out of wild card positioning, 60 and 54, half game back of the Mets. And I'll just tell you that the Braves are now 16 games shy of the White Sox losing streak. Maybe we can get there. 16 shy of the White Sox 21 or 22 or so. Yeah, maybe that's what we'll shoot for. Let me see. Let me go through the entire major leagues here. Who's got the longest losing streaks in Major League right now? Let's see. Let's go to the White Sox. They're terrible. Oh, they've lost one in a row. Let's go to the Braves. They're good. Oh, they've lost 5 straight. More than anybody else. Imagine that. Meanwhile, the Diamondbacks and the Padres win like 8 out of 10 every other week. The Padres, by the way, don't look now. They're only a couple back of the Dodgers, who have really struggled. And the Phillies, by the way, had their little hiccup. They seem to be well on their way again. RJ?
Now, the 2-minute drill, brought to you by Injury Care Centers. Discover BioTarget Regenerative Therapy, a safer drug-free solution for lasting pain relief. Visit GoBioTarget.com.
Michael?
Good morning. You see this headline? CeeDee Lamb not expected to play in Cowboys preseason opener. Really? Really?
Yeah, the headlines can get kind of silly today.
I mean,
Steve.
come on. Yeah, he hasn't been there the entire time.
I mean, I don't say this lightly. I don't joke about, like Alzheimer's or dementia or anything else, but I'm wondering if Jerry Jones doesn't need to get some sort of check, man.
I just wonder if he just doesn't give a rip. You know what I mean? He's 80, whatever. He's got all the money, and he's just like, man, whatever. CD wants to come in, I'll pay him or not. I don't know, man. But why would you say it, right? Or do you have any sense of urgency to get it done? Just fib a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, we all.
Correct.
Obviously, he's very important.
He's a
to this
great
team.
player.
We're trying to get it done, but these things take some time. Whatever.
And by the way, if that is what you're going with, it just now. Well, maybe that's why it's been 30 years since you've been really super relevant. I mean, a couple of playoff wins in 30 years is all I got to show for
He's
it.
lucky the quarterback showed up.
Yeah,
honestly.
that's very fair. Is Parsons practicing? I think he is too. I think he talked to holdout, but I don't think he ever actually.
And I get it. He's like third on the list, but you'd like to see one of them get it done. Well, I mean, I don't care if they get
Right.
it done.
No, sure.
Hope you all suffer.
I just thought the answer did not come from a position of authority. You're the CEO of the company. I didn't like the answer.
It was just weird, and he was just kind of laughing through
And then he
it.
couldn't, he didn't know what to say. Oh, I went to high school, I went to college, I just don't know what to say.
Because they're like, why did you answer it that
Correct.
way? And he's
Yeah.
trying to be like, well, I know how to speak words. I guess that's what I don't know. He's trying to make a joke, but then he's like, no, I don't have any urgency to do that.
Well, since here in Jagland, this is what we do. What are we giving up for CD Lamb, Michael? How do we get
let's
him
go,
here?
baby. At this rate, I'll give you a second, a fourth, and Gabe Davis.
Yeah, I wonder what the Cowboys would ask for. Probably 3 firsts, one of those knuckleheads.
Probably would. I bet, but a second, a fourth, and Gabe Davis would get you Brandon Ayuk in a heartbeat right now.
Yeah, Ayuk is starting to scare me with his personality.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think all of them have that.
Yeah, for sure, especially that position. All right, Jaguars today. I see Tommy Max in studio.
yeah.
Always love that. Getting ready for football, and Jaguars today is coming your way next. Everyone have a terrific weekend. Enjoy the football tomorrow. We'll see you Monday morning.
The Drill on 1010XL.